"My commander!" Best shouted, and his submachine gun tore two of the wretches to pieces. Fredric felt the limitless power of the steel commander course through his being. With a savage battle cry, he swung the truncheon effortlessly through the air. It struck the first two attackers on the chest and passed through their flesh as if it were so much cheese, cutting them in half in an eruption of organs and gore. Recovering, Fredric smashed the skulls of three more, while Best and Rimler dealt with the rest with their submachine guns. Like a herd of stampeding cattle or pack of fractured swine, the rabble scrambled frantically backward, crushing scores of their own comrades in their cowardly frenzy to escape the irresistible wrath of the forces of the swastika. As the swastika column fought its way up Torn Avenue, squads of knights and SS entered the foul warrens and dragged out suspicious wretches who had held back from the fray. These were almost certainly Doms, and were summarily executed on the spot. Once they were cleared of these vermin, the tenements were put on the torch for good measure. As the column advanced up the street out toward Oak Park with ever greater momentum, Fredric's car passed through a corridor of fire and smoke as the tenements and warrens of malodorous borbug went up in putrefying flame. The street was strewn with more than the usual offal, that is to say, with the broken bodies of dominators and their universalist lackeys. A furtive figure darted out of the doorway in a flaming building. Instantly, Best cut the Dom to pieces with his submachine gun. Suddenly, one of the bodies over which Fredric's car was passing leaped up, caught hold of the body of the car, and thrust a long, gore-caked dagger at Fredric's throat, screaming, "Die, human filth!" Unable to bring the still commander into play, Fredric caught the howling Dom by the throat with his left hand and squeezed until the creature's eyes rolled up in white, then tossed the body back from whence it came. Fredric waved the still commander thrice over his head, and at this signal, an intricate maneuver was carried out with the utmost precision and dash. The SS men poured from the cabin of the road steamer and became the spearheads of two great phalanxes of knights, who advanced in either direction along Lorimer Street, driving the rabble before them and clearing the roadway of the enemy. More knights poured upon Torn Avenue into Lorimer Street to join them, so that entire length of Lorimer Street was facing Oak Park was soon entirely occupied by a massed knight formation. Fredric's driver took the command car straight into the forefront of the battle. As Best and Rimler cut broad swaths through the panicked rabble with their submachine guns, Fredric swung the still commander in great arcs of destruction, smashing dozens of heads, crushing scores of limbs, cutting the torsos of the enemy in twain, wreaking incredible havoc with every blow. What a dashing sight this was to the viewers all over Helden, and what an inspiration to his men. Hi, I'm Henry.
I'm Jacob.
And this is Technopoverty, where we play video games as an excuse to read books, we read books as an excuse to play video games, and we bounce it all off of you, the chat, while talking, current events, the culture, how we're feeling tonight. Hope y'all are doing well. Hello there, Jawri, D. Hamels Mammal. 3, 2... Jacob, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? I've been having a really good Sunday Monday combo. I know there's the whole you don't hate Mondays, you hate capitalism. I feel with my sort of volatile schedule, I don't have an entrenched hate of Mondays, but it's been I don't know, it's been feeling nice.
Excellent.
It's been feeling nice. Got some work done for Mr. Burns last week, so I've been having a bit more free time. We're reading The Iron Dream by Norman Spinrad. Actually, we're reading The Lord of the Swastika by Adolf Hitler, the novel within the novel of The Iron Dream. Within the fiction of The Iron Dream, Hitler survived World War I, didn't go into World War II. Instead, he went over to New York in the 1920s, became a sci-fi pulp cover artist. From there, he became a sci-fi pulp writer. In the 1950s, he published Lord of the Swastika, which was a hit with America, apparently. It became a bestseller. It won the Nebula Award. I'm reading it now, and boy, is it awful. As you can see, the reason I was reading those particular excerpts, as you can hear, is they are all scenes of violence, but there was no real description to the violence. It's just Fredric gave a signal, and it's such a great signal. All his men act on the signal. You wouldn't believe the signal, folks. It was the smartest move.
Biggest signal.
I cleaved 20 dudes in half with one swing of my truncheon, and then all the men kissed the tip of my truncheon, and I just smashed brains open. It's very purple prose, but you know what? Considering what we put up with here in America, I wonder if that's the point of the book in some ways.
Interesting.
Yeah, we've been doing this as part of the Toy Soldiers of Spring. It's almost summer, though, which is going to change up our programming. I do want to bring up, we did watch on the Discord this past Sunday, Army of Shadows, the Jean-Pierre Melville movie about the French resistance fighting World War II. Complete contrast to Saving Private Ryan, the movie we watched before, which... I don't want to sound too much like a 2018 era bread tuber, but might be the most fascist American movie out there. Or extremely fascist and interesting to work from there to Army of Shadows and talk through that contrast, what we actually mean when we're calling the thing fascist. We're not just trying to say, thing fascist, don't touch it, it'll make you fascist. That's not how that shit works.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of feelings on this, especially as reading The Iron Dream evokes this exact thing. It's articulating bad fascist fantasy, and through understanding what actually appeals about that within the human brain, it, hopefully helps you mitigate falling for the romance of fascist fantasy. This is a bigger thesis I think I'm starting to develop or notice from here is just, we're so quick to just label thing fascist and be like, okay, we're done with it, bad, don't touch it. But no, like everything, like our conception of World War II, it's all after the fact. It's not about recognizing what within the currents are coalescing to combine to aestheticize something or turn something fascist. We only know after the fascist thing is done. Mm-hmm. I'm getting way off track here. We're going to get to playing Medal of Honor. I got one more piece of the book I want to read, and then we'll get back around to all that as we play.
Barney, it's not food.
Barney, what's your deal, dog?
She's like quietly just like huffing and puffing over here, and it's because I think she thinks I have food.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. It's just tea.
As the gas cars of the council members began pulling up to the formal entrance of the Palace of State, the scene was set for a truly historic moment. The first meeting of a newly elected Council of State was always an event of prime importance, but this particular first meeting would be the first direct confrontation of the degenerate old order with the hero of the dawning new age, Fredric Jaeger. It would hardly be an exaggeration to state that the people of Helden were holding their racial breath. Jacob.
Their racial breath?
Yeah, what the fuck is racial breath? Like,
is that like the breath right before you say like a slur? Like,
right, yeah. They were gasping before considering which double G word to go with. Speaking of,
yeah.
I do love the hero's name, Fredric Jaeger. It's still in a consonant, like rhythmic sense, yeah. Adolf Hitler, but they didn't just do, it was Adolf Littler. Like, no, it's not that. There's a bit more of a psychosis going on with the how the author chooses to make Hitler portray Hitler's self-insert. We'll talk more about Hitler's self-insert, but first let's get back to Medal of Honor. We're in Merker's upper mine. This is somewhere in mission 6 of 7. Let's see if we get through the game tonight.
Oh, yeah. Jari is the story within the story fascist fetish.
Extremely, Ja. Like last time we were talking, we brought up like when that biker gang hijacks that train, he can't help but fetishize him. After I read through this letter here, staging the level, I actually have a lot to say about the fetishization stuff, the fascist stuff. We've been talking a lot about the homoeroticism of it all. We're gonna keep doing that, but we might talk about the heteroeroticism of it all as well tonight.
Ooh, interesting. Does Hitler self-insert with a truncheon?
Yes. Nice. Merker's Upper Mine, page 1, 20th of February, 1945. The Upper Mine contains many treasures, but there's one in particular that Colonel Hargrove wants you to save. Renowned in academic circles as a definitive version of Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, even more so than the venerated Ellesmere, the Dahoud manuscript was on loan to the Sorbonne when the Germans marched into Paris. Keep the paintings and sculpture safe, but be sure to grab the book or the Colonel will be very upset. Again, like the edutainment side is peeking through here with like, hey, Canterbury Tales, old thing, important thing, worth killing Nazis over for the, the idea of translating classics is at play
I
here.
say literally one of the only books I remember reading in high school was Chaucer's Canterbury Tales.
I honestly, this is reminding me of Monuments Men, which I never saw but always meant to.
Oh,
the
yeah.
George Clooney movie
I was
about
about to
this
say
very
George.
thing where they're saving the art from the Nazis.
That's I mean, what a cool like mission to have. Like, just take cool things away from Nazis. Like,
Oh, see.
alright.
No, John, we're starting Medal of Honor now, but yeah. Colonel Hargrove may have a personal interest with the material objects inside the mine, but I'm more concerned about the human enemy you're about to face. According to the pair of communiques we intercepted, the mine should be crawling with a particular vermin I, unfortunately, am very familiar with. The elite demolition squad of the 7th SS Panzer Corps. Oh, there's no T yet, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's all good. How dare you, Barney? See what you do?
She really
Oh.
is just like...
It's okay, I want to stop playing the game to pet you too, I understand.
She was like, I need attention right now.
This is a member of their wretched crew. Oh, so they're really showing us some bad guys today. 3 years ago, they wired a Paris school to explode, thinking it would draw some of the key out of hiding. Their plan, is that a real event, I wonder, that they're basing it on? Because that sounds like at least a tactic, if anything.
No.
Their plan worked, but they blew up the school anyways. Who would ever? Blow up a school. You're
Only
definitely
a villain.
Who? Yeah. What kind of villain double taps a school? My brother Jacques gave his life savings to the children inside. Harrison, please stop these monsters. Yeah, I will take out that IDF soldier. What?
No, absolutely. Yeah, only villains do that kind of shit.
We got to take out the. Well, if they took out a school, you definitely would not be in trouble for taking out their leader or anything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Someone. That wouldn't be a bad thing, right?
All right. So, Ja, earlier I asked if. Oh, shit. Let's shoot some dudes in the head first.
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see if we can go a whole session without accidentally hitting weapon switch instead of reload, you know?
You know what? God, Lord bless us if we can.
Is that a dude? That's a dude.
She's being very demanding right now.
Oh shit.
Damn.
There's a dude with a rocket launcher there.
And he's like super close too. Like, you know how crazy you have to be just like, I'm just gonna fucking rip it right here, brother. All right, let's one, two.
So, Joe, to bring up the fetishization thing, yes, it's very interesting to me working Saving Private Ryan into what we've been doing here, because Saving Private Ryan to me, as we said last time, it's like, is this the first mediocre or kind of bad Spielberg movie? Part of why that is you can tell where his fetishes lie, and it's in the action scenes. There's a want to be more mature or even hagiographic about the World War II parts, and there's a lot of boring end of history stuff going on there. Again, once D-Day happens, the movie is just like, yeah, the war's won. It's more about the personal journey of these individuals than it is any kind of macro conflict. But those action scenes, Spielberg's still like, yeah, we're gonna get real gritty with these action scenes. You're gonna really feel those action scenes. It's the same way Hitler's prose in The Iron Dream. Like, it's pretty boring most of the time. I realized today there's a forest he keeps referring to as the Emerald Forest. Which, yeah, cool, that's a fantasy sounding name, but also he never describes the trees or anything. I realize he's just saying the green forest, which, like, yeah, trees are green, dude.
Yeah, like fuck, that's really funny though.
Yeah, but this reminds me, because in both cases you're seeing like the use of imagery, in one case the fantasy of Fredric Jaeger, in other the fantasy landscape of World War II. Yeah, consider Saving Private Ryan a fantasy movie in that sense. It's using the colors of World War II to paint a fictional narrative, yes.
Damn, there's two.
And what is that fictional narrative? It is still one of like individual cowboy valor and like of there being an other outside to whom all your like phallic war problems can be sublimated. In the same way Saving Private Ryan is like a conservative nationalist reassertion of a national myth, it skirts that fascist side, you know?
Just enough.
Oh no, 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 no. If you get close enough, they start backing up from you because they don't want to be in the dead zone.
Yeah.
So you can actually press
Just
the
spam 'em.
advantage. Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize
What other weapons they gave us? Also, am I supposed to blow this thing up? What is this thing? I think that's just a set deck. Yeah. Anything over here?
What's that health? I'm curious. The paintings do, like, yes. Alright.
Do I have to? I just have to find in particular, the Canterbury Tales manuscript, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, you got blown up going this way?
Yeah, there were two of them. There he is. Nice.
We have to kill all these dudes.
God, there's like 8 of them.
Yeah, the 8 special dudes.
I like because he didn't have his gun, it was assumed he put it down when he's doing this. So he died, but the gun still went off.
I didn't even mean to pick up that mouse.
That's so funny. Oh, that's great.
But in both cases, I want to point out, you know, Saving Private Ryan and The Iron Dream, it's not just these symbols, because that's the thing in The Iron Dream, the symbols. Like, Hitler, when describing his biker boys, is like, they have swastikas, they have death's heads, they have thunderbolts, they have spikes, they have skulls, they have red S's, they have swastikas, they have everything. Like, he's like, holy shit, they have a 1998 Spider-Man Fleer Ultra trading card from the fucking roll of cereal boxes. Like, like that's part of the fetishing aspect. It's like the taking of prior icons and weaving it into the new kind of like scapegoat, fascist narrative. The narrative that permits you to genocide another population. It's very similar in the way, religion as an external excuse for sin might function. Come on, man.
Nice.
Half of Demo Squad neutralized.
Yeah, oh man, they've got famous, recognizable paintings in the game. It's like, yeah.
Oh hey, I found the manuscript for Canterbury Tales. Excellent.
Hey. Don't worry, Chaucer, we've saved you.
This is my favorite flavor of mission this game has, where the maps kind of like has one of those open objectives where it's just like kill 8 of a guy, find 3 of a thing.
Yeah, it's all throughout, and like kind of like hidden throughout instead of like like a straightforward.
Yeah, because sometimes they're real narrow. I like what the stealth segments of this game are attempting. Does that guy have a launcher? Does that guy have a launcher?
Nah, you good.
No, okay.
Rifle boys. Nice, killed him with a dick shot.
I do that a lot in this game.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's got a launcher though.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bazooka shell. Hell yeah.
I bring up that the symbols can be interchangeable, though, is what I'm trying to get to with this whole Saving Private Ryan and fascism and the Iron Dream and symbols thing. Because I think too often people think of fascism as aesthetic and not as like as more as like the aestheticizing thing. Like we read Walter Benjamin's The Work of Art in the Age of Its Technological Reproduction back while we're playing Doom, and he ends that thing by saying, fascism aestheticizes. And that's kind of like what we see. There's an essay I shared in the Discord, a video essay talking about, it was an Anthony Gramigula video reacting to like some right-winger talking about like all left-wing art being mentally ill. And Gramuglia brings up the point about fascist art. Like right now, a lot of reactionaries are heavy into AI art, and it's like it's the same thing because AI art just takes whatever symbols you want. Damn.
Yeah, it's just like the sum of.
Right. And so it's what you're collecting these symbols and putting them together and aiming them towards that you have to consider more than just like, is Star Wars fascist? Is TV show fascist? Do celebrities agree with me? Like that kind of thing.
Do celebrities agree with me is a great.
Fictional character, is fictional character morally and ethically correct? I can't live if not. Like,
Can they be best friend yet?
I can only like the morally correct things. Yeah. Because that puts you in its own kind of ideological authoritarian dogma trap there, where you're just being, Protestant.
Yeah. Like, sir, please stop. You fucking Nazi. Hey. All right, well, thank you. Took yourself out.
And I think Army of Shadows is a good counterpoint to Saving Private Ryan in that sense, because Army of Shadows is all about how the French, in fighting fascists, are only becoming more like the fascists, and like it's a necessary fight, but it is a poisonous one. Yeah. Don't break the art, man.
I'll just say a Nazi did it.
Yeah. Because like the opening scene of Army of Shadows is the dude in the French Resistance, I forget the protagonist's name, it's like Jourin or something, but he's getting carted away to a prison camp. And the guard is a French guy. It's like one of the French dudes who like turned, and this is after the surrender and all that. There you go. But the dude he's writing with is like, hey, you're lucky, this camp was originally for Germans. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, it was we built the camp as the French, but then we surrendered, so now we just put, you guys in there. And so like in interacting or in interfacing with the Germans, regardless of if you fought them or surrendered to them, like just compromising with them in that sense, like, poisons the pool, so to speak. And there's like such a focus within Army of Shadows on how like, oh, this guy ratted on us and now we have to kill him. And like, it doesn't feel good when you have to kill that dude. Like, it's one of the cruelest things. So this movie has one of the best, like most iconic, probably Nazi stabbings in cinema. It's, he gets stabbed in the throat. All the new Wolfensteins emulate this shot. You can see it in other media where like he takes the dagger from the Nazi and then stabs him in the chin under it, and leaves the knife in, just lets go, and then he runs off because like the Gestapo's taking him away, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I better like pretend to tie my shoe, and then wham, and then he just runs for it. Mm-hmm. Really, really harrowing shit. That's like the only time the movie indulges in that kind of like killing of a Nazi where you're just like, okay, cool. Like almost in almost a celebratory sense. And it's not even like in a grand romantic Spielbergian like soaring of the score kind of way. Like the score doesn't swell and make it dramatic and cool that this is happening. It's in fact very quiet and tense. You just know this guy's about to get like taken away to the camps and he has to do something. It's not like an ideological like America fuck yeah or France fuck yeah he did that. It's like thank God he got out with his life from that scenario.
Yeah. Like fuck.
And then like I think if I recall right, 3-2, you're watching the movie as well. I don't think there's any other really like given the film doesn't give you anything like that again. Like there's a lot of death, but like it's like, oh, this person who snitched, we now have to strangle them because we were going to shoot them and give them a clean death, but the place we rented out to do that, suddenly there's a family living next door and we can't make noise. We don't have any other means to do that. We're just gonna have to choke the guy and hope he doesn't make noise. And also, Jacob, this guy they're choking, it's like an 18-year-old kid. Like the thing is, this guy's like the guy who we're following. Our protagonist is about like he looks like late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. He's a civil engineer who's now in the resistance, and he's been at it for some time by the start of the movie. But like, yeah, the movie starts with him going into a camp because someone ratted on him, and then after he gets out of that camp, he finds the person who ratted on him, and it is this younger kid. And like him and his other compatriots who are all also of similar ages and positions. The movie's really good at getting across like this was a coalition, like the French Resistance, like this was a coalition of like people of all shapes, sizes, ages, genders. It was like from the working class and the regular folk. It's not like they're all Hollywood, like sexy commandos. There's a dude with a rocket launcher behind you.
Fuck me.
So like you have these 3 middle-aged dudes who are like, well, we have to execute this like 21-year-old because he ratted on us to Nazis. And like we can't just shoot him, we have to choke him to death. It is not a very...
It is not dignified.
Yeah, no, at all. And the whole movie is like this, where it's like, okay, we're getting wins, but we're also having to do these horrible, excruciating things to ourselves. It's never it's never that though, because like that would like be a total like disregard of like the idea that fascism was fighting. You know what I mean?
Fucking shot you.
Yeah. Oh, you're out of bullets.
Even still, I just fucking pulled him full of that shit.
Pre-Normandy, Jaw. So very desperate situation. That's a big thing that like Melville gets across, and from what I understand. Yeah, from what I understand too, so Joe was asking if this is pre or post D-Day. This is pre-D-Day, so there's an extra sense of just like, hey guys, we're gonna die. Like, there's no real optimism, so like that's also part of why they're like, you know, we're like, they're in hell, they're damned as it is, so they may as well act like bastards.
Yeah.
And that does, in some respects, save them, but also, you know.
But at what cost? Like,
yeah.
The cost of humanity.
It is a what cost, but like the what cost isn't like directed towards like never kill. It's like, hey, you understand, like you have to do these things for preservation.
Yeah, like when you are left with it is this or death, and you probably don't want death.
And it's funny because like, yeah, it's a very sobering movie about like the actual on the ground work and the aspects of it that are destructive towards your own soul if we're going to keep it shorthand. But when it was released in France in like 1968, because there was the spirit of '68 was happening. The students were in revolt against the Republican administration. Like there was some new leftism going on in France. Charles de Gaulle was out of fashion. And when Army of Shadows releases, it's seen as kind of like this conservative, like valorized. It's seen as what Saving Private Ryan is. They're all like, it's expected to be a movie that's just like valorizing the French resistance during World War II, and just a bunch of old men just being like, things were better before the '60s.
Until you're like, remember all the fucked up shit you have to do.
Right. So it actually, I didn't realize this until I was like looking into it after watching. Like Melville was kind of popular. I think he had other movies come over to America. I know Kurosawa for sure had other movies that came over to America. But because it was kind of like out of the vogue with the French like pop culture of the time, even though it was like a good film, it didn't come over to America until it got like a restoration in 2006.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And sadly, my Criterion disc broke. I thought my Blu-ray player was broken, but no, the disc itself had a huge crack in it. I'm very sad. But it's an excuse for me to pick up the 4K Criterion that you put out.
You know what? Beautiful. I know, that honestly has slowed me down from getting a lot of Criterion pieces just because I'm like, but there are the 4Ks, but they might do it. Stupid Nazi.
So through Saving Private Ryan and Army of Shadows, you do see two approaches towards lensing World War II. And in that way, I think it starts to become more apparent what I mean when I say Saving Private Ryan is fascist in that sense.
Oh, totally. It's very much like heroic, and somehow Tom Hanks just always comes out on top, you know?
Yeah.
Just like the worst situations.
Also, just right at the end when he's like, earned this, and like it's a weepy old, God, I always forget right off the top of my head, Damon.
Oh yeah, Matt Damon.
It's just a weepy old Matt Damon looking at his wife, being like, am I a good man? Am I a good man? Am I a good man? Like,
I don't know, man.
The cult of masculinity.
Yep.
Ooh, you need to drop that.
Bro, I sold my soul. I did horrible, horrible things to people.
But I do like how this triggered and reminded me of that Walter Benjamin we read all the way back. Benjamin.
Oh man, this is reminding me of an alt-rock band in 2008 called House of Heroes. I vaguely remember a track about the French resistance fighter. They liked concept albums, stuff like that. I mean, that sounds pretty chill.
Not the French Resistance, but the French Revolution. I think I first really started being like, what's all that about? Because of a band called Cormorant putting out a song called Uneasy Lies the Head. They're like a progressive black metal band from the Bay Area.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think that was like 2008. Yes!
Dude, I love those corners. The most effective.
Elevator key. I haven't gotten the manuscript yet. Okay. I'm gonna leave that health there.
Oh man, if you like that, you might like the band Defeater. They have like 5 albums that are all about.
Oh, from what I thought, Elman was
War.
recommending you Defeater. I was like, sick, but listen to Defeater.
I do love me some Defeater. But if you like them crazy concept albums, just like 5 albums of one story, it's a great time. It's a great time. World War I. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. Speaking of...
It's great for everyone.
Great, good times for everyone. We're not yet, there's the manuscript, we're not yet moving into World War I territory, although I almost thought to jump to it, but we got one more World War II movie I think we're going to watch before hopping into the World War I era. It's going to be another Melville one, folks. We're going to watch Le Silence de la Mer, or I think it's The Silence of the Sea.
I haven't heard of this one.
It's Melville's first movie. It's a black and white movie. I forget what year exactly, but it's about a Nazi who comes to occupy a French farm. Like he's the Nazi that's gonna stay there and watch over the farm and make sure like the people are all like acting proper and such.
Yeah.
And it's the farm is it's a farmer and his daughter. And they object to this, or they protest this by never speaking a word to the guy.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Who you? Who you? Who you?
It's a great little 3-person, 1-location movie. Well, the Nazi guy goes like to Germany at one point to report to his officers, but for the most part, you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And again, two of the actors never talk to the other one. They barely talk at all. I don't think they talk to each other, if I recall correctly.
Dang.
I've seen it once before. It was very affecting. Where's the rocket guy? There's always a rocket guy right behind me.
You god dang Nazi.
The rocket guy also tends to like blow himself up. Where? Oh.
Oh yeah, man, I think we'll enjoy it. Get those wraparounds. I love how simple and effective the staging of this, like, whole level is.
Yeah, this big mine.
Yeah, like, doing a lot with a little.
We killed all the special forces boys.
Nice.
We just need to locate the elevator. Yeah, I liked the level before this one a lot too. It was the first time we were handed a rocket launcher and they're just like, go hog with it. And they're giving us these big halls to clear out.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you have 18 rockets. You can just fucking rocket the.
That's,
your way
yeah.
Yep.
But like, it's not the accurate, oh shit.
Whoa! Oh, that dude barely missed you. Oh, that was great.
Oh man.
That's alright, he can shoot himself in the dick all he wants.
Classic case of the game spawning dudes behind you.
God. And of course they do it with a bazooka, man.
There's a lot of health back there I haven't been picking up either. This has been a very rewarding level.
It's like,
Yeah.
That's what that does. No.
Here we go.
Can't win them all, right, folks?
Here we go.
Can't save them all. How long they take? Like, yeah, you just sit there with a couple Nazis shooting at you.
Oh, Ja, if you go to the YouTube channel, I have a special playlist set up called like TECHNOPOVERTY Reads and Rambles, where I clip specifically like the longer reading sessions we do, because I read all of the Walter Benjamin while we were playing Doom. It actually took us 2 nights. It was a little longer than we anticipated, but like it's all up there if you want to look on the YouTube. It's a bit easier to find. The VODs on the Twitch expire after a moment.
Yeah, stupid Twitch.
Reminder, if you're a newcomer, we do archive everything on YouTube. I would highly suggest checking out our Doom Eternal Paradise Lost playthrough.
Yeah, man, that was a long one too.
Yeah, that one was long too, because like we got through Paradise Lost and we thought we were done with Doom, and then I just sucked at that one boss for way too long.
Oh man.
The last 2 bosses in that game were a pain in the ass.
They really were, and I do remember them being a pain in the ass when I played them too.
Merci, Patterson. Your actions have helped honor all that my brother fought for. Unfortunately, now comes the hard part. The demolition squad's already wired the lower part of the mine. Oh shit, this is a timed mission.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, the SS crew is not known for their elegant craftsmanship. They just like to cram a huge amount of explosives in a small box and then hook it all into a cheap Bavarian clock. Use your action button to snip. Use the action button, Bart.
Use it.
Oh, I got the hiccups. Apologies. Also, be on the lookout for the curator's inventory. It should contain an itemized index of all the stolen loot in the mine. Hopefully, we'll be able to return to the rightful owners. By his reputation, we know the curator is an intelligent and decent man who is working for the Nazis against his will. Don't be surprised if you hear him publicly challenge the Stirnbund for her during your assaults. Huh.
All right. Let this guy steep for a couple minutes.
So I think when I last left off talking about the Iron Dream, Fredric Jaeger had just won over all the biker boys and was wielding the Steel Commander, the biggest, most powerful truncheon in the land, which proved he was divine blood and entitled to leadership. Did he shoot his own guy? I think he shot his own guy.
That's pretty tight.
Fredric then took his biker boys and used them to buff up the pre-existing Nazi party in Helden, the Order of the Swastika. They are now the Knights of the Swastika. And those are the folks I'm shooting right now. Oh, I do want to bring up, too, so, you know, I was reading those passages of violence where it was just like, oh, he swung and killed like 50 bajillion dudes. It was the coolest thing ever. Another fun thing about looking at that fascist art and seeing the poverty of imagination on display is like, this doesn't actually instruct people on how to do things when you're just like, and then I punched the guy and he like exploded because I'm so strong. Like, that doesn't like tell you anything.
Mm-hmm. You do nothing with that.
It's not educational of your ideology. It's just like,
cool story, bro.
yeah, you're just describing yourself in a cool romantic light.
Well, man, you know, no one can suck fascist dick, so they gotta suck their own.
Yep.
I'm so cool. I'm like the coolest guy. I think it's just like, I mean, obviously.
Cool, got that curator inventory.
Ooh.
You can just hear them fighting in the background. That's cool.
That's really great.
They said you'd be able to do that. Okay. Speaking of Doom Eternal, Jacob, I love how much this game, like, we can just hand off the controller and you have to be like, well, what power-ups do you have? What mode are you on? What settings is this on?
Yeah, where's the...
Where on the skill tree are you? Like, Remember how we kept saying, like, oh, if you just had everything at the end of the game, at the start of the game, it'd still be a fun game. Like, this has been like that. Like, this game starts you off from a power position. Mm-hmm. Just like, here's a rocket launcher.
Oh, rocket ball away.
Ah, that was a direct hit on me.
Yeah. Straight dick shots.
Also, like, because he's just like, and then I swung and it killed like 50 men. It's just like, it's a boring plot, but it also speaks to the kind of assumed essentialist, just like, oh yeah, I just press the button and I win, like CEO brain nature of things.
Yeah. Damn. Right to the dick.
But if you can, you know, if you can look at something and recognize these component parts before they all get stitched together into a fascist whole, you're not going to have a depressive episode when Donald Trump becomes president because you recognize kind of the flaws, limits, and...
Yeah, that you've seen him do it before.
Damn!
Yeah, that dude. And it's Mulligan, you know.
It's also maybe why you need to look at fascist art sometimes and not just always avoid it, because then you can see it on the horizon and maybe mitigate its effects. Or, you know, be a canary in a coal mine and not a Cassandra in a coal mine.
Oop.
Nice!
Oh boy. Do it, dummy. Do it. Yeah! Dumbass. Wait.
That way leads to the curators thing, which you need for an objective. Yeah, nice.
Like, we're not even doing this, guys. We're not even doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Nice boys. You too. Fuck it, one last one. Alright.
You might want to just throw it. You might want to keep going with that, because I think there's one more grouping of guys. The other way. There's a bunch of ammo there.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, cool.
I mean, to go back to the Baudrillard we read during Metal Gear Solid 2, the aesthetics of war are used. The Gulf War is called a war, but what is happening in reality is a police action to pull the Islamic world into the global economic world and sort of, you know, bring it to the heel of white imperialism.
You're saying white men would do this?
Why, yes, Jacob, I am.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds like us.
To get extra woke about it, I mean, that's like the whole invention of whiteness, you know?
Damn, yeah, actually.
Like, you're not like Italian or New Hampshirean.
I don't know what that guy was doing.
He just firing his gun in the air, you know? Right, we gotta disarm bombs. Okay,
That's
so
right.
at least it's not timed.
Yeah, true. I was like, was there one back here?
Dummkopf, more like Boomkopf, am I right? Oh, well, man.
Got him.
Barney!
I hear her, yeah. She right there.
I don't know. Sorry, everyone. Didn't mean to yell in your ears. Okay.
Oh, there's a few here.
Get him?
Nah. There you go.
Nice.
His
I
hat
like
popped
this.
off. That was a nice spin.
Yeah, the spin
Good
on
animation.
there. Like, all right. Ooh, I heard someone shoot something.
I think that was just the defusal thing. Although I think there's another bomb to defuse over there.
Yeah, catch.
Did you got the curator guy stuff in the back?
Oh, back over.
Actually check your objectives?
Yeah. One sec.
Yeah, you already got the curator
Okay.
inventory. For some reason I thought you died and this was a different run.
Okay, did this. Okay.
Any health over there? No. Is that Van Gogh?
Ooh. Hey, buddy. Nice. God, they must have had so much fun doing that.
Right.
You know, like, I love when you can tell people are having a great time doing what they love. Alright.
Yeah, playing through this has me curious to rip open GoldenEye. I might do that on tomorrow's stream, y'all.
Ooh.
Depending on what happens tonight.
You know?
I think you're just going backwards.
Right?
Yeah, that's the start.
Okay. Like, which way did I...
Maybe not a full run through of GoldenEye, because that sounds exhausting to me, but I'll give it a good honest session just to see what I remember about it.
Yeah. God, it's been forever since I played GoldenEye 2.
I'd want to play GoldenEye more just to contrast it with what Medal of Honor was doing, more than to play GoldenEye. But our boy Fredric, he's been doing violence gang shit. Damn. Fired in the hole.
What it did?
With his newly consolidated party, there's a very funny Life of Brian scene when he's consolidating the parties, by the way, because he has like the Knights of the Swastika and the Swastika Security Force, and they don't want to answer to each other. And he's like, well, then I'll just make the security squad of the Swastika and the Swastika Security Squad Force. Like, he just has this convoluted bureaucratic bullshit. But of course, because Ferric's thinking this up, everyone in the hall was like, oh, of course, a genius diplomatic masterstroke. Like,
wow.
Your brain's unprecedented. What a genetically pure choice you've made, Mr. Fredric. Von Jaeger.
I'm gonna check on that little dog.
Yeah, see how she's doing.
Yeah, no, she's...
I'm so glad objective objects can't be destroyed by rockets. Alright, is there a bomb around here? No? Okay, cool. I was gonna say, let's harm none of the art, folks, but I damaged a lot of the art in that one room when I got the inventory because I was using a rocket launcher. Oof. But Fredric gets his violence gang and they start doing politics and they decide to get Fredric elected to council. And I think I read last time where it was like, oh, Fredric was introduced to all the smartest and richest people. In the same way, Fredric's politics are never really explained in detail. They just decide he's going to run for council, and then all the Knights of the Swastika are like, yeah, it's a good idea, let's do it. And then they do it. But then they do a lot of violence in the streets, and I guess this is more the practical way they do it. They do violence in the streets. They go around beating the shit out of people, weeding doms out of society. Again, doms are the race of mind-controlling monsters that secretly live amongst us within this novel's cosmology. Although they never really seem to do anything until Fredric's about to kill them, and then they do something magical and monstrous just so that the plot can justify their murder. It's very grim. Oh, I should have shot these guys with a rocket. Wonders in art restoration. And again, there's some of the violence is fetishized, the bikers are fetishized, the masculinity is fetishized, but you don't get an actual like sense of political ideology as far as like what the rhetoric of Fredric's movement is, or what, because there is no rhetoric. Again, it's a post-facto excuse for violence. That is what fascism is. It's a mythology for scapegoating, not something to make rational sense. And even within the story narrative, it's interesting how brittle that makes the plot, in the sense that like the plot doesn't even mind to characterize or psychologize, or really even like attempt aesthetic beauty in its prose. It's too politically minded. It's too angry and fetishistic about like its greed and its hang-ups and its insecurities. It needs to be angry at something. It can't just celebrate anything. Again, when Fredric introduces himself to, I think it was Boigle at the beginning, and he's like, oh, by all means, I'm a simple and plain and ordinary man of no interesting origin, but also I have the most important destiny in the world. Oh, please, don't read my silly little books, but also please take everything I'm doing deathly serious and die for my cause. Yeah, oh man, it is interesting that you bring up the Arthurian aspect of it, because I know recently the Pendragon books got a Daily Wire adaptation. The Pendragon books, I think, were from the 80s, and they're about kind of like taking Christianity and the Arthurian legend and conservatism and like English nationalism and weaving those all into like a fun for kids narrative. But I think there's a lot more to the Arthurian narrative than that. And the Arthurian narrative is often looked at by reactionaries as like the kind of like Anglo-Saxon white man myth du jour. Or at least these past few years it's risen in prominence as that because of stuff like the Pendragon Project by Daily Wire. Also, I just think like the concept of Holy Grail, very not what it is in the pop culture now. I'll say more about that after I kill this rocket guy. I'm getting meandery, but remind me to talk about the Holy Grail. what can I do to get those guys up here? Maybe not much. That's not good or cool. Cool. I hope this doesn't sound too like pedantic, but the term Holy Grail I see thrown around a lot by collectors. It's in reference to like the one thing, like the one most coveted, treasured thing they're seeking for their collection of comic books or action figures or rare video games. Oh man, I heard Arthur himself's an iteration on the biblical King David, whose dynasty was likely greatly exaggerated. See, I don't know enough about the historical context through which like Arthurian legend came to its modern like readings and iterations and like what it was playing off of or what played off of through the years. I've only read the Once and Future King and like seen Excalibur and like that Merlin TV show and like, yeah. I have not yet read shit.
Whoa.
I've not read Le Morte d'Arthur yet. I've always meant to. Here you go, Jacob.
It's lucky.
But one of my so getting back to the whole Holy Grail thing, because again, the word Holy Grail or the term Holy Grail, I bring up that like comic collectors or retro video game collectors, antiques collectors of any kind. It's like, what's your Holy Grail? It's usually like, what's your rarest, like, I want this thing and it'll probably never happen, but if it does happen, I would spend $10 million and like, you might sell a kidney to get this thing. Although I guess that's not as harmful, or that's harmless compared to like when a reactionary uses like, oh, you need a Holy Grail as a man, you need a quest as a man. You know, King Arthur should be your guiding structural ethos in life. I think that overlooks that you can even use the Arthurian legend as like a guiding ethos in your life and still not need the aspect I'm about to talk about, because I think what happens is like the quest for the Holy Grail is what sets the round table down its path of destruction. Yeah. Like the Holy Grail is the moment like Arthur stops being a pragmatic leader who's like communicating with his dudes and coming to like measured policy and practices. Because like he can't sort out his own his own personal hangups and not being able to like figure out what he's doing about Lancelot, Guinevere, all that.
Take that, Art.
Because the people in power can't actually address what is going on the ground anymore because of their own personal hangups and distancing from the ground because they've been entrenched in politics and feudalism and like. They've been a king for so long they've forgotten what it's like to be a peasant, is what I'm saying. The quest for the Holy Grail is kind of like a we're gonna save the divorce honey moment for the round table. It's like, trust me, there's this super magical artifact, just this one super secret magic thing that if we just find, it'll fix everything. And then they all break up over it. Like it's when the politics or where political policy of the round table goes from the material to the ideological, and like it leaves reality.
So we're gonna parent trap them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, it's all gonna work out. No? Okay. Okay.
Like, if anything, like highly religious motivated, like quests and crusades are things that often are symptoms of decline or downfall. You know, expressions of cultural Viagra. Did you get all three of the guys back there?
I think so. No, actually.
I'm not sure we got the middle one, but I was rambling about Viagra, so you know.
You're right.
No, you got that one. If it's green, you got it.
All right.
Yeah, you didn't get that one.
Ah, excellent, excellent, excellent.
Okay, yeah. So you should have 4 by this point.
Father Muckers.
And like, I don't think that's a bizarre or out there read on Arthurian legend either, because I mean, you look at stuff like Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, and it can't be read as anything but allegorical. And I think to assume that you're overextending the metaphor by reading the Holy Grail in that way is a disservice to how actually smart the metaphor is. Yeah, oh man, both Arthur and David strike me as public domain action heroes. They've got stories that are essentially godly men doing manly shit, and then the other stories are practically Shakespearean tragedies. Right.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've read The Once and Future King, but I would be curious to go back to that. Maybe we'll do that in Excalibur sometime. Play the Arthur and the Knights of Justice Super Nintendo beat 'em up.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Can I ride in this cart?
Nope.
Can't.
It's a minecart level, but there's no minecart segment.
It's like you can't even like send it down to knock people out of your way or some shit.
This isn't Time Splitters.
Bro.
Oh yeah, there's a rocket guy on this bridge. Get his ass. Get his ass! Just fire. Just fire.
Good.
Did you get the bridge guy is my question.
I don't think so.
I just fire another one down.
Try to line it up. Take that to the dick, sir.
Oh yeah.
Let me just make sure no one else. Cool, I think we're good. Alright, let's clear these people.
Is there like any of the things down there? No.
Oh, they're done though. Alright. Now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, your strategy of just rocket everything seems to be working.
It really is just like.
Did that guy get himself?
Nice. Hey, sir, I'll take that bazooka shell.
Although you only have a few shells left.
That's right. I just hope I don't fuck up, you know? Hey, sir.
It's like Pac-Man. There's another bazooka shell right there to pick up.
Fuck yes.
Shit, you're gonna need it. Just shoot him. Just shoot him.
Whoa.
Yeah, careful. Is their health over? Yeah. Oh, hey.
All right.
12, nice. Any others around here? Nope, okay, cool.
Alright.
Get that health. I think there's another health right there.
Right. Oh, up ahead.
Turn around. Oh, no, I meant like behind that minecart you were just by.
Oh, behind this
I
one.
just thought it might split back further, but it doesn't.
Gotcha. That's good thinking though, because like it definitely has a little inlet there.
There's one. Is there dudes around?
Nothing's happening.
That's the end of level. We'll go back, yeah. Blow that guy up.
Sir, yes, sir. Line you up. Oops.
There's the last one.
Hey, nice.
What's,
Alright.
got all your objectives?
I think so.
Yeah, alright.
yeah, cool.
Thanks at that level.
Let's do it, baby. Anything else cool? Nothing? Any cool artwork? Ooh, Picasso. All right. Shit. All right. Monet. We got it. That's cool.
You did it, Jacob.
Hey, look at me.
Key.
Yeah. You know what? I'll fill this guy up again. Get some more.
We're gonna get a little scene. Yep.
Nice.
Following in the footsteps of the ME-163,
The Luftwaffe.
the Messerschmitt 262 was the first true turbojet fighter aircraft. Capable of flying 100 miles per hour faster than a P-51 Mustang, the 262 streaked across the sky at more than half the speed of sound. It was an aircraft truly ahead of its time. The Germans hoped it would win back the air superiority they so desperately desired. But the 262 was not invincible, and it was too little, too late for the Luftwaffe.
Damn.
Only one groin shot? Gotta pump up those numbers. Alright, I think mission 7's the last mission. Mission 7, escape from the V2 rocket plant.
This war is going to end soon, and unfortunately so may the Grand Alliance that won it. Ike's going to let the Soviets into Berlin first, and once that happens, everything will change. The spoils of this war are not going to be land or riches, but scientific research. The Germans have a huge head start in jet propulsion and rocketry, technology that's going to change the world we live in.
I gotta get Werner von
This mission that you
Braun.
begin today is why you were brought into the OSS. It's been in the planning stages since before D-Day, since before I even knew your name. Lieutenant,
Wow.
you're being sent back into Germany one last time, on a mission that just may determine the fate of the free world. 150 miles southwest of Berlin lies the Harz mountain range. Buried deep inside it is the Nordhausen Mittelwerk plant, where the Nazis have been building their rockets ever since the Peenemünde raid in '43. The facility is run by the SS, and the toughest of the Waffen divisions are stationed there. The Germans consider the V2 program their last hope, and they'll protect it at all costs. We need to learn everything the Germans know, and bluntly, we can't let the Soviets find out. Your mission is to turn their own terror weapon against them, capture their research, analyze it the best you can, then use it to destroy the facility. I've been told that luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. If that's the case, Lieutenant, I wish you all the luck in the world. I hope to see you back in London soon.
Alright, the climatic mission. Buzz bomb assembly, page 1. So Patterson, you've reached the end of our journey. Colonel Hargrove briefed me on the mission over a year ago. At the time, I told him that I didn't think he'd ever find a field operative who could pull it off. Well, I'm happy to say that I've been proved wrong. Oh, so I'm the special boy. It's been hard to get reliable intelligence out of Nordhausen. The Waffen SS has been extremely careful about screening any civilian workers for possible infiltrators. Luckily, one of the scientists, Dr. Groning from the University of Warsaw, has been feeding us scraps of information for the past couple of months. His French is rather poor, but if I understand his last communique correctly, the best in the factories through the V1 buzz bomb assembly area. See if you can acquire the Germans' V1 target list. Based on the range and trajectory, we can backtrack from the intended target location to find a launch site. The V1's a nasty weapon, but it's easy to knock them out of commission, at least when they're on the ground. I speak from experience. I did a few raids on the Fram space sites. Use a demolition charge to destroy the launch controls, then open the blast doors to exit through the V2 access tunnel. Alright, let's blow up some missiles. Oh man, I find it interesting you bring up Arthur as well because, you know, Arthur's known for, in part, Excalibur, the named implement. And when I think of named implements, I also think of Lord of the Rings. And obviously, Lord of the Swastika, Lord of the Rings, it's all connected. It's all in the continuity. These monarchical man of power narratives. And here we are, you know, getting the V2 rocket info. In some ways, I guess the A-bomb, in a lot of ways, is this for World War II and part of the World War II mythology. And the way it's seen as like, oh, the secret super weapon that will win everything with deciding force. Which brings me back to wondering, is World War II the most remembered or most memed war because, you know, it's war as advertised? Clear good guys, clear bad guys, clear territories, clear ideologies. Easy to identify supervillains and superheroes, and they have their own goddamn Excalibur, and it's a bomb that can break existence. Wow, much legend, much mythology. How hard can two dudes be to take down? Be using that instead. Gotcha. Yeah, oh man, if we want to get back to the whole neoliberalism is just liberalism except instead of individual persons, it's individual corporations, what is the Anduril of corporations, you know? What's Google's Excalibur? Is it YouTube? Is Meta wielding Facebook? I guess in some ways this is Elon Musk with Grok. Although to consider that like a informational Excalibur, I think gives it too much like of a cool aura. Okay, this room's a big ol' clusterfuck. Or it was? Where are the Nazis? Why were they all down here that one time? Every time I've come down here since, they've just not. Yeah, oh man, that's a good way of lensing it too, as far as if war can be enchanting, because as we've been playing these, we keep pointing out, like, this isn't like what actual war is like, this isn't what actual war is like, and it's not even just like, well, yeah, of course, this is a fake game, but like, when we brought up Generation Kill, which is so much focused on like the hurry up and wait and this like boredom of occupational forces in occupying a space, the drone warfare, the relayed world through a screen of conflict, the worrying about image management and the politics and the economics of how this all affects the world. There's so many things beyond just like the battlefield that like these war games, like yes, of course this isn't war, but again, this isn't war. But like, we're enchanted into believing this is what war is so that we are, participants in it. That's why Call of Duty does its whole fucking thing. If anything, I suspect Call of Duty leans harder into the enchantment than Medal of Honor did, which is why you see Call of Duty around, talked about far more now than Medal of Honor. Cool. Neat. Just the missile factory effects. Is this the V1 target list? No, there's just good stuff in here. All right. Guy. V1 target list found. Nice. Where'd you come from? Jacob, would you like to try the level?
I'll let you go.
Steep that tea.
Yeah. Just learn real quick when you're doing this.
Yeah, it's a pretty aggressive level.
He's looking.
But you also get this guy who's very easy to aim without the crosshairs.
I do like, yeah, it's like basically right to the stuff. You're like, it's right there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ladders in these games, man. Oh, cool. Thank you for doing that to yourself. But it's those weird auto ladders you cling to, and it's like you hold back to go down, and but like you get in weird, like going up them's easy. It's when you're up top and you need to go down on one. You're just like, I don't. Do I fall? Do I just fall and hopefully grab on as I'm falling?
Yeah, like what's the...
much health they get.
Right. It's not regenerating health. That was not yet. Halo had not yet made people think about that.
Right?
Also careful, there's dudes like right at the start here. They didn't hear sooner?
Oh, come on in.
Yeah, it feels extremely perilous, L-Man. I think they don't have fall damage in this game, though. Because you're not really ever falling from huge heights. We'll see. We'll see how Jacob interacts with this shaft. Hehe. Ho ho.
Whoa.
They're down there.
Okay.
They might grenade themselves if you leave them to their own devices. But yeah, it sucks, right?
How are you supposed to be here?
I would throw a grenade down, yeah.
Bitch. Dumbass. Back up for a second. Jesus. Come on, guys.
I just get over there, yeah. Yeah, that shotgun's like you need to like iron sights the shotgun. It's awful.
Christ. Alright, I've been effed in the A properly. Let's see if I can fucking get through the rest of this. Oh, hell, you non-consenting fascist.
Jacob, have you considered their feelings though?
Not once. I don't care.
Not gonna horseshoe theory this with fascists. Yeah, no, I had a very liberal friend I was playing Secret Hitler with once, and like, I forget how the dynamics played out, but he was like, why are you doing X, Y, and Z? Like, you should also be testing this for, I was like, no, dude, like, you don't have to put a fascist on your political compass. Like, they don't have to be considered. Like,
Yeah, it's like...
they don't, in your calculation of north, you don't need that on the compass. Like,
Exactly. I don't know, I don't care what pedophiles think. You know?
well, yeah, duh.
You know, like, that's what I mean is a lot of people are trying to quit. Like, you know, there are a lot of people who just really don't kind of care in good ways. It's okay to completely just, like, not...
I think the reason that doesn't get like realized is because like we're so geared towards that protagonist syndrome of like, you know, you need to be your Marvel superhero, Jacob. You need to, everybody's watching and waiting for you to perform your narrative of like entrepreneurial hustle success.
Like, I genuinely am not trying to impress anyone but myself. Like, it is cool if other people like what I'm doing. I appreciate it. And I do want to do things for my community that I appreciate it. But like, something the reason I do it shouldn't just be performing. Both empty and very weird. It's, you know how there are just like a lot of losers?
It's like, please, I need an authority figure to verify I am doing the right thing.
Yes. Like,
Elman and I were talking about this a bit with just like, oh yeah, there's a good sect of people who like never stop wanting the approval of their parents. And that's a different thing than having a healthy relationship with your parents.
mm-hmm.
like that as a function of like reactionary nostalgia, because I think part of the reason like the current vaporwave like romanticization of the 80s is going on is because like a lot of like late teens to early 20s like reactionary kids are coming of age and they're raised in households where their parents were like the 80s were the coolest fucking thing ever. Everything's been shit since then. Like we're a decadent nation.
And I did nothing to stop it become awful, but it's awful now.
But you know who was cool? Reagan.
The coolest guy of them all. They just don't like him because he's just so cool.
Dad, I don't want to watch Stranger Things with you for the 5th time. Well, you're gonna.
You're gonna understand it.
Yeah, the entire fascist survival strategy relies on them trying to be on your moral compass. But you wouldn't hurt me, right? Hey, I'm gonna kill these dudes. You're not gonna hurt me, right? But you'll wait for process, right?
If you have to meet in the middle or like, shake hands. I do not have to fucking shake hands with people who are trying to murder other people.
There are a few articles being like, oh, whoa, Americans are so cynical with the most recent correspondence center shooting having no reaction. It's like, dog, this is like the 4th or 5th time somebody's trying to take out the president. Like,
we just, if you can't tell how we're feeling, you know, vibe check, bro.
That too, because like I saw a few posts and stuff. They're like, oh, it's completely unhinged that like the dude who did this was like a liberal centristy like person. It's like no, like that makes sense. Like because like yeah, because like if somebody's getting into leftism or actually hearing out what Hassan Piker has to say, they're looking for like a new political practice that isn't violence. They're trying to figure out through like theory and like practice and like, you know, engaging with communities and such and reading books and trying to figure out what to do next that isn't just like go crazy and shoot a guy. However, if you're just sitting around as like a liberal Harris supporter and all you're being told is like, this is just the way politics is, just the way it is, you just have to wait for the process, and the process just keeps failing and you don't have an imagination on like how to like re-engage or engage with the system differently. Like
or
you're just
to help you push through it.
Yeah, you're just gonna fall back onto the frontier cowboy, like lone gunman, like somebody needs to like do a violent action bullshit.
Just ran past here.
Yeah, he just sprinted in there like them Scientology kids.
I'm telling you. That's my strongest feeling about this whole thing. Jari back. Did you free Europe yet? In our hearts?
We're like in the middle of mission 7, so I think we did okay. We got through the first part, right? Or I think I got through the first part.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really cool here.
Yeah.
Wait till I'm gonna clear the hallway because there's a dude right here, but missile factory. Yeah. Pretty impressive light show.
You know when we show that to the dog, we like, yo, you guys, this is it.
Yeah, that's going in the final level.
Yep. So, are you even doing anything in that, or is that is just spectacle?
That is just spectacle. Yeah, here.
That's so cool. Okay.
But yeah, like that it's a liberal centrist person who thinks like, well, if voting's not going to work, I might as well get a gun because they don't know any other kind of like form of political engagement.
Also, like that's all American culture is.
I was about to say we've been watching Neighbors, and like, if you haven't seen Neighbors, folks, check it out. Wonderful programming. Also, I think your mic's off. But Neighbors, HBO docu-series. Each episode is looking at 2 separate cases of just like neighbor disputes in America. And
Painful.
yeah, extremely painful stuff. People are broken. Yeah, Josh, so like, what we're getting at with like, notice in Neighbors how many of the subjects are like, all right, I've been affronted, the 2 things I need to do are lawyer up and get a gun. Like, we're going to court and then
They're gonna kill you.
Yeah, all of them express a sentiment like, no, you don't understand, my neighbors are going to kill me. That is the imaginary. That is what the do or die kind of dog eat dog American like zero-sum idea warps people into.
Also, what?
Also property ownership, just like you become a frontiersman without a frontier. Like you need to enforce boundaries and borders, and if you don't have people skills, like the way you enforce boundaries and borders is by yelling at people and threatening something with a gun.
Dude, also the pressure cooker that was COVID just really fucking
Yeah.
fried everyone. Like, myself included. Like, there are so many just like mass hysteria things that we all went through in our own privacy.
And the thing is too, before COVID, we still had QAnon, and before QAnon, we still had mass hysteria. Something that really struck me in Neighbors was how much there was a conspiracy theory or hyper-religious aspects to every subject's character. And it does make sense because like your property ownership rights, your gun ownership rights, the right to kill, this all is like rationalized in a person's mind through like their spiritual religious beliefs, like their sacred idea of like, when can I enforce violence and like take another life? And it's to protect my property if you're, an American homeowner. And I mean, this is what J.G. Ballard was getting at when we were reading fucking Kingdom Come during Contender.
I was just about to say, was it Kingdom Come where like
the suburbs yearn for violence.
They dream.
Because that's another thing too. Violence is the easiest. Like if you can just like, it's very easy to imagine. Oh, if I just shoot Donald Trump, it'll fix everything. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, there's still like a whole administration in place. Like, no matter what happens now, the oil situation with Hormuz and our relationship with Iran is just
so fucked.
Like, popping one dude isn't gonna untie that Gordian knot.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, admirable. I think like many members of the cabinet were there. But
I'm just gonna say, United Health seemed to move the needle a little bit after a certain situation. However, you should engage in things properly and safely. But you should raid Scientology buildings. And
that's funny content. That's just funny content.
That's funny content.
I tell you what. Kids running up on inside Scientologists. That's the good stuff.
I would be interested to see them do that here in Austin because they just like redid that building.
Right, that building opened back up, and it is right across the street from the university. So theoretically, they just like really overwhelm them with the confusing assortment of college kids.
I'd be fascinated. It would be interesting.
Backrooms IRL, haha, gnarly. Good to see ya.
Oh man, they just finished wrapping their movie. I'm intrigued.
I heard someone throw a grenade.
My favorite way to pour water in it. Gong Neve is on top of it, so just like the bubbling.
Nice. Take that, Nazi scum. Take that, Von Braun. Now nobody gets the nukes. Is there a health pack back here I happen to miss? I don't think so. She raises my tetons till my nectics go dia. Oh, my netics? My Dianetics? Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's a really good one. My thetans.
the netics. I just picture some like youth pastor Scientologist being like, "Hello, fellow kids. Have I told you about monetics?"
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Sir, what the fuck are you talking about?
A band called Genetics that's just all on like Scientology bullshit would be kind of fun.
You just do like prog death metal concept albums and it's all Scientology lore?
Henrik, when are we at Technopoverty going to read Dianetics? Or something like L. Ron Hubbard.
I'd be down, like, especially because we're reading The Iron Dream, which is a parody of fascist, like, bullshit.
Right? Like, also I just saw, they're going to be playing The Master at Paramount Summer Movie Classic soon. So,
amazing. If you're in Austin, Texas, come watch The Master with us.
Oh, it'll be great. So, just a fun thing. But I was like, L. Ron Hubbard would be an interesting read. Because I know nothing of that, man.
It is all different property types too, some close and some so distant. It makes me wonder, is any distance where they can't find a border to dispute? If you can't be nice and micro, how can you ever expect a reasonable on immigration reform nationally? Yeah. Y'all hear about my dog Xenu?
That's my dog.
Yeah, John, also, like, the interviewers or they're very nice to their subjects on Neighbors, and I don't mean that in like a they could do better, like in like a shame on them for not going harder way. But they permit them, like the editing tells you enough, but like their interview subjects, they let them spin their own stories. And I find that fascinating too, because within that, you see how nonsensical like the self-mythology and the self-narrativizing is. Like they'll be asked a very basic question and have no answer. Like the guy who's like, man, I can't leave my home. I think I have an aunt that died a few years ago. She lives a few blocks away. Don't know what's up with her. And they're like, you don't know if your aunt died? And he's like, yeah, like.
Yeah, you're like, what?
I don't know. I think that dude in particular had some weird things going on.
After watching, my girlfriend is watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and all of the shows, and like those shows are genuinely psychotic in means. As far as like how they like treat like they use a lot of like healthcare, mental health wording to just continually attack and rehash old wounds and just like never actually heal, but keep talking and using healing words or whatever. Versus like Neighbors, which is just like they're just letting people be in their element and observing. Like they find the people that are there.
Yeah, like how you say, how can we ever expect, like if we can't be nice at the micro, how can we ever expect reasonable immigration reform nationally? This is the only thing about too as far as like, with the older folks, when I see the older people in Neighbors, I'm like, is this just like who gets left after like the generational die out because like of the more leftist sympathetic people might like not be like able to afford a home or medical attention or just go exhausted or insane before they're 50. You know what I mean? Like the pruning process of like America killing people. Mm-hmm. Who is left? And it's like who is left to stay in homes and grow old? And it's like the most deluded and neurotic, and those who have bought in fully to the cowboy frontiersman, like I have to sit here with my gun and enforce these boundaries.
Yeah.
The nudist dude almost escapes it, and like I think that's a great way the show like has a thesis statement or a concluding statement without like a narrator telling you like this is the point of what we're doing. Like, look, this guy finds a community and then he's just too hung up on his own need for an antagonist to be happy. He has to go somewhere where he can be in conflict with people.
Yep. But he does find other people like him.
Yeah.
Rather than just there's no one. He's like, I'm gonna do naked character.
At the end, he's like, it's like totally like a fuck my neighbors thing, but it's like at least he found friends he did an activity with, I guess.
Yeah, like, and honestly, for an old, like you're teaching an old dog new tricks.
Right, for how old he is, and I'm thinking about him using the fucking vibrator on himself to while the captain's been going.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that feels good. Like, sir.
So you please stop, like, fiddling with your penis as we interview?
Yeah, gnarly, same. You know, some days you wake up and you're like, oh damn, I got these debts, these obligations, these things. I'm not. Oh fuck, what am I doing?
Dude, everything. We've all had these numbers, and also like I don't know about you. I mean, I've had student loan debt hanging over my head since 18. So
Yeah.
it's like.
For me, it's credit card debt from like auto repairs and stuff. Also moving while unemployed.
Oh yeah. Barney, you're fine.
I'm like, I have enough income right now to keep those things covered, but I mean, it's like, to what point in purpose?
Totally. Like, is it great? Are we having a good time? Barney, say hello. It's friend of the show, Michael.
Friend of the show, Michael. Barney's just being a meanie.
Yeah.
It's all good, Michael.
You know, thing. It's Barney. Everyone loves Barney, so you know, they let her get away with things they may not otherwise.
Which is not a good way to run a company.
Yeah, you know. Maybe.
Man, I didn't realize that Mr. Beast's instruction manual where he's like, no doesn't mean no, no doesn't mean no, and like always push for, like that whole
the rape.
I didn't realize that was an employee handbook. I thought that was like a supplemental thing. Like I figured, you know, you work for Mr. Beast, you're gonna get like, here's a big stack of legal paperwork, whatever, sign off on it. Here, you know, as far as now, and then here's our YouTube handbook where we say stupid shit. Cause like I've seen editing houses that do that, like where it's like, here's our style guide, and it's separate from the employee handbook though. I didn't realize that was the Mr. Beast, like legally fucking binding company handbook. Like, oh,
that tells you everything about Mr. Beast and everyone, and like all of the heads of that company and anyone that they do business with.
Yeah.
Like. Dan Olsen vid on the Beast Game stuff was great.
I haven't watched it yet, but I have seen like shots from it. Folding Ideas guy.
Yeah, I do miss Dogpack, and I wanted to see more come out of his videos with Mr. Beast and all of the nefariousness of dealing with that company. But alas, he was sued. Because, you know, Beast got money.
Yeah, Beast is currently, I believe, being sued as well, though.
Dude, I bet he's totally going to try to run for some sort of office. God damn, that's so cool. Dude, those flames!
No, they like Trump in office because Trump's just doing what they would do in office, but like they don't have to do it, and they know it's stupid.
Yeah, they get to keep their quote-unquote popularity. Yeah. Yeah, he's just got that, like... Is it like a serial killer smile? Like,
yeah.
He doesn't smile with his eyes.
He's just a vampire, you know.
Yeah, he's just a soulless human. He's a person who realized that you can get, like, if you just get money, you can do anything, and people will agree with it and go along with it. It's like, ugh. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like, it's just, he's very unsettling. And that's why he's always like, why? Why? I'm like, you should know why. I can tell, like, when I have, like, bad breath and people are like, oh, like, people will stay away, so, well, clearly there's something I'm doing. But, like, Mr. Beach is like, why don't you like me? Like me, I'm perfect in every way. Like me, I'm doing everything that's agreeable. The algorithm told me that you like me.
Yeah, just to buy the algorithm person.
Genuinely, it's just like, how can I get the most views? And
that's the thing too, because like with his book where he's like, we're making the best YouTube videos. That doesn't mean the best movies or the smartest videos or the most well made. It's just like the best thing. It's like the best thing means it's just whoever does best for the algo.
Yeah. And that does not mean quality. And then again, you become a slave to the algorithm. Like, are you even doing anything you're actually enjoying?
And we're right back at the whole thing of like, we're just like aestheticizing towards the change.
Yeah. Because I gotta be cool. And I get into you.
Shit!
Whoa. Whoa. Nice one. Yeah, get fucked, Nazi.
Oh, he threw that through the door.
Clip for you, Nazi.
I hate.
Yeah. Yeah. This game gets frustrating.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's when you run out of ammo and you just start doing the melee, and it's like, no.
Yeah, you gotta give me something.
Also, them getting caught in the door, the blind firing, a little sloppy. This game does not handle like lots of dudes on screen at once good.
Nope. God, come the fuck on, dude.
Like 2 to 3 dudes in a big area can be manageable, but like when it's 3 or 4 dudes in a hall,
Oh, it's fucking.
like those corridor levels were very, very taxing on us for that reason.
Yeah. Fucking dickhead. I found if you just drop down as fast as possible, you're good.
Yeah, there's no fall damage.
I fucking hate all of you. You're fucking Nazis. It's okay, we can hate Nazis. They're not people.
How? You know, to get back to the Iron Dream, our boy Fredric does get elected to council, and when he arrives at council, he discovers gas. They're under the thrall of a dominator. Bum, bum, bum. Of course, he describes him as all old and decadent. And here's what I find interesting. Hitler hates libertarians. Like, he calls things, you know, he uses a lot of innuendo calling people like doms, universalists, you know, the general degenerate, etc., typical fascist scapegoating. But like a lot of the fantasy novel is not using real world analogs. Again, Fredric Jaeger, not Adolf Hitler. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, every time. This whole little fucking. Now you're in stub your toe territory.
It's cool.
Hey, nice.
But he does actually name libertarians. Which in
That's
1972
funny.
I find interesting because I don't know a full articulated history of the Libertarian Party, but I do know in the 70s they were a party that gained traction and became a viable, not, you know, viable, but a notable third-party force because they were courting the queer community. Like sexual libertines they went to the Libertarian Party, and that included, like, you know, non-heteronormative folks of all shapes, sizes, and flavors. It wasn't until the AIDS crisis in the 80s that liberals kind of took charge of turning gay people into a culture war fetish and assumed that the gays would just vote for Democrats if they spoke out against AIDS. But, you know, you saw how long it took us to get from there to gay marriage being fine. And remember, the only reason like gay marriage passed is because people in states were willing to do it before the feds did during the Obama years.
Oh, classic.
Of course, we also didn't get Roe v. Wade codified. So I find that interesting, again, that 70s book, 50s Hitler he hates libertarians. I think that's homophobia on Hitler's behalf there. I think our closeted homophobic author is homophobic, Jacob.
Oh.
I think that's what the book is signaling there.
Interesting.
The dude obsessed with truncheon strength
Yeah, he's super
might have some
straight.
issues with sexuality that he doesn't want to acknowledge.
Man, I wonder how many of our issues in this world are created by that exact fucking thing.
Most of them, I'd say.
I think
I think the libidinal rules and rationalizes a lot of what people do.
I think I would agree with you on that.
This is also, again, why I find queer art interesting and worth exploring no matter what your sexuality is, because like the main enforcement mechanism of like norm like what is like quote unquote normal. As we see right now, normal's not doing us a lot of good shit. But like the main enforcement mechanism is this hyper masculine, like, you know, get a wife, have a nuclear family, shoot anyone who crosses your property line.
Man, speaking of some queer representation in cinema, finished Waking Fright the other day.
Hell yeah.
And there's a scene of two men making love.
Nice.
Drunkenly. And then man wakes up regretting it. It's a very, like, it is a...
Well, we all know woke invented gay people. So this movie is what, from 2018, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, it was funny too because I was reading about it, and apparently, like, Martin Scorsese saw, like, whenever it first premiered over here in America or whatever, and like the director was right behind him, and the entire time Martin Scorsese was just going, "Wow, I can't believe this director's going there. He's doing it. Oh my God, he's going there." And I was like, "What is this movie?" So then rewatching, I was like, I mean, I can see why he did this. But that also makes me respect like Martin Scorsese on like a whole new level, just like watching that movie and hearing his reactions. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, gay cinema, I was like, I did not think the movie was going to bring this section up, but I was like, you could feel this tension. I was like, they're going there. There's a moment. It was great. Also, it's with a doctor from Halloween. Like, who's going after
Donald
Michael Myers.
Pleasance?
Yeah.
Nice. Dr. Loomis.
Dude, he's great.
Chris Johnson.
If rights can be rolled back by the Supreme Court at any time in the future, laws mean what now? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing means nothing.
Right. Remember, we hold these truths to be self-evident, which means, like, those truths aren't self-evident or real. They're held real. They are believed to be self-evident. There's a big difference there.
You gotta love those writers, man. Like, make it as big as possible.
Like, a cop can break the law and then hold it in their head that that was a necessary evil.
And it is self-evident that that was a necessary evil.
That is a truth they can hold.
And agree, Jerry, you're gonna hate the Barron Trump Mr. Beast 2044 election. The mark of the beast.
I think global warming's gonna cause some sort of climate rearrangement before then.
That's right. How long do you think until Mr. Beast moves to Israel? Tel Aviv. You know, like when's he gonna open up like Beast Spa and do like a big old, like the biggest spa over there?
See, I think that would put him in. Oh shit. See, I think he wants his own little fiefdom more than he wants to be around other sycophants. I don't think he would. I think he just would fortress up.
I mean, no, it's a hotel for other people to go to. He just has his name all over it and he has his show. But he goes back to his little compound.
I don't think he'd be allowed to.
He's too creepy. See, as my granddad said, you can hold in one you can hold hope in one hand, shit in the other, see which fills first. Yeah. I think your grandpa was into.
See, and that gets again to the whole like, oh, well, the depressive nature of like the neoliberal fatalism of like, well, you can't sociable nowadays. You just have to accept that things are gonna be bad until we vote properly, or you can go crazy and shoot them.
But at the same time, we vote for that Zoran, where everyone voted for him, and now things are changing.
Right.
So you know, like there is the liberals aren't doing it. The socialists are though.
Yeah.
The socialists are being the ones getting everything people want.
Right.
Man.
That's something.
Fair.
That's something I find interesting too. Thinking about how many pieces over the past month that I've seen about like, oh, Hassan Piker is like a violent dirtbag. His followers are just like antisocial. And it's like, I don't know, the dudes who are doing the shootings now are like Will Stansel followers, like they're being laughed at for being like blue sky posters and like lib normie centrist like MSNBC eaters.
It is so.
There's like a crackpot realism that the liberal party wants to put forward that drives people insane in a way that like you're probably gonna have a healthier lensing of the world just being a tanky at this point.
You truly. Well, it's also like the center of this American like voting, like
radical centrism.
Yeah, like it truly, because it's like you're being lied at from both sides. You feel, and now she's like, these are the two sides I'm allowed to have. What am I supposed to do with this? If everything is fucking
Supposed
crazy.
to be John Wayne.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think he was trying to kill nobody. Fuck both of you. Fuck y'all in y'all's asses. Fuck you. Fuck you too, sir.
Nah, he's getting you. There you go.
I have to aim lower. Sorry, sir. I was aiming directly at you. My apologies.
That's why I'm always shooting in their dicks.
Yeah, it's like you don't get anything whenever you're shooting too high. It's like, they fuck.
There's a phallocentrism game's crafting into you. We had it before where they weren't coming into this room, and I preferred that.
Right.
Because, yeah, you're scarred by it too. You're like, where's that guy around the corner? And he's not there.
Okay. Hold on, do I want to get this ammo? Yeah, that's right. Fuck you.
So Fredric Jaeger, he becomes a council member, and he notices all the council members are like decadent libertarians. They're old, they're ineffective, and one of them is a dom. Bom, bom, bom.
I swear to fuck you, fucking Nazi.
And he also learns that Stopa, the head of the biker gang, is plotting with the Doms to remove him for power so that he can in return be given rule of the army and lots of pleasure sluts from Zind. That's right, folks, the land of Zind has pleasure sluts.
Pleasure sluts or children.
Who just sound like curvy ladies based on how Fredric describes them, but he's also, you know, a closeted homosexual and cannot articulate more than like 10 words on what these ladies look like, aside from them being immoral pleasure sluts. Mm-hmm. You know, you get a full page of what the biker boys look like in their tight leathers with their sturdy truncheons. But, you know, you get to the pleasure whores, and it's just, oh yeah, they were curvy women called pleasure whores because they were pleasure whores from Zen. And it's just like, my dude, the coolest detail in the book, and you just ran by it.
Yeah, right. Like, man.
Every time the magic pops up too, like, again, so he jumps this counselor with his little personal army, and he kills both the leader of the army and the dominator. And of course, it's not until the moment that they're going to die that the dominator reveals that they're actually a dominator because they have some magic mind control powers going on. You might as well be a normal guy otherwise, and this is kind of like a great trick I like in the book, is how Welcome back. Sorry, gang, I didn't realize we were running for so long. It was like 9:46 already. We way missed our usual break time, and the battery just sort of faltered. But
just couldn't
back to
handle
it.
it. We were just grinding too hard.
Yeah, like our friend Fredric Jaeger, the coolest protagonist ever. So as I was saying, he outs one of the council members who's a dominator, and he does basically a reenactment of like the Reichstag fire. Like he seizes the Capitol, and he gets all the council members to give him emergency powers. And then as soon as they give him emergency powers, he bashes open the head of the dominator one. And it breaks the psychic wave over the others. So within the fantasy narrative, his wanton execution of a human being is justified because they weren't a human being; they were a dominator from the land of Zin. And then he kills the other council members because he's like, well, you gave me emergency powers and this is an emergency and my decree is death.
I gotta kill you.
And that's where I last left off in the book. He's now supreme leader of everything after killing his own man Stopa to kind of solidify his supreme rule, which I kind of stopped reading right there because I was like, that's very similar to the end of Army of Shadows, where Army of Shadows doesn't end with like the end of World War II in sight. It ends in like 1943 with them having to kill one of their own, who she was like a really good informant. She was a really good worker, but then she leaks like 2 names, and they rationalize out that like she would want them to kill her before she's forced to give up more names, and they shoot her cold in the street, and that's like the ending scene of the movie. It's really great, actually.
Damn. See, that is brutal as fuck.
Again, like, and the movie ends in 43, so this is before D-Day. It's very hopeless all around. It's just like, what have we damned ourselves to, like, to fighting this war? But side note, Land of Zend, Z-I-N-D. It's not Zion, but you can see it. And again, Doms. It's again, he didn't just go like, oh, the Ewish race is who I'm fighting here. No, he calls them the Doms, which totally different, letters as far as the D and the J sounds go. But the 3-letter, just the Doms, the shorthand, it's the same affect. I think Spinrad is a very good writer because he knows how to, oh shit, he knows how to write bad just right, I think that works.
I think that actually
almost, it worked. It's shocking. He kills before that guy eats. Oh, no. No. I think we're just being impatient here.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is a tough one, though, because they're just throwing dudes at us. I'm going to...
rocket launcher, just like after you land, take out that first guy, then just rocket launch into that corner.
Maybe. I was just, I'm going to drop and try to just like mow him down with precision, crosshairing.
Jump with these motherfuckers.
Right. Trigger discipline, Jacob. Trigger discipline. Remember when people discovered that word on the internet?
Oh my god.
And
dude.
like every gamer, operator, John Wick, every cinephile,
You gotta work.
Action fan just needed to mention the trigger discipline of a character to show that they were in on the know. I know. Hey, buddy, I know how guns work. I know what trigger discipline means.
I understand.
To get back to Fredric Jaeger, our boy of action, our hero protagonist, I think it's great how boring the book is in the sense that there's these fantasy aspects. There's like the Land of Zend, and apparently the Doms really do mind control. It's just like, it's never present in the narrative until there needs to be an excuse for a murder. The pleasure sluts of Zend is such an interesting piece of world lore. Like, how do those work? How did that business come around? How do they get within Helden from Zend? What is Zend? Tell me more about Zend. But like, there's no actual exploration of that at all because it's all preface for just like, yeah, we killed a guy. Like, a lot of it reads like you're watching Triumph of the Will, just very dry, realistic what Hitler did do ascending to power in Germany in World War II, but just through a very boring fantasy lens, except whenever he kills someone important, he's like, actually, that guy was a wizard, and then the text is like, and that guy actually was a wizard, so you're totally justified in killing that guy. That's what, you could have potentially a fun fantasy story where Fredric Jaeger and his truncheon of steel are bashing heads open and fighting like these dominator mind control pests, and like it's fascist, but it's like one of those fascist arts that's fun to watch because aesthetically it's like pulling a commando, you know? Where,
it's just everything.
It's just okay. It's stupid and fascist, but it's maintaining like a consistency to perform and be spectacle, and like it is delivering in the spectacle sense. But no, this never delivers in the fantasy spectacle sense when it has all the elements too. Like the Pleasure Sluts of Zend is such a like you can make a whole thing out of that. That's a book title in itself, you know?
Absolutely. I'm like, tell me more of this entire planet of these sluts. Well, now, man, we gotta describe.
But he's just too mad to go there though, and that's like both characteristic of Hitler as Spinrad writes him, and I think reactionary art in general. Like, if you're ever watching like Lady Ballers or just like. I think of Sound of Freedom. Like, there's a point where you can tell, like, they just got so mad they stopped making sense because, like, everything,
incomprehensible.
And then everything either starts, you know, and then everybody just gets shot at. Everybody just dies. Everybody gets punished.
Yeah. That's how you solve it.
This started as a joke, but now I've just made myself too mad and I can't land the punchline, so I'm just gonna call everyone slurs. Like,
what are the Lady Ballers where they're trying to...
That was Lady Ballers.
Like, just trying to like, we need to get a trans person to show that this is how it works, but then everyone's like, that's not how it works. So we're like, okay, well then we'll just make something up then.
Yeah. And what they make up is we hire a team of black guys to say they're ladies, and then they just beat up the ladies at sports.
That's it.
That's it. The answer is to be a racist.
It's a direct-to-video.
This is totally a joke, but also please earnestly accept the point. We're working really hard to sell earnestly here.
Was it written by Ben Shapiro?
I don't remember. I think it was Jeremy whatever who did that one. Boring.
Man.
Honestly, not worth remembering who did the credit, or not worth remembering or crediting fairly the creators of Lady Ballers. Fuck
True.
that movie.
I was trying to think whenever we watched the Hunter Biden movie. And like
My Son Hunter? Yeah.
That movie's trailer and how it's shot is so competent, and it falls apart in the editing so badly the entire time.
Because that's the part, that one too is the one where they're like, look, we'll make this dramatic movie about Hunter Biden and how bad he is. But then they get so mad that they can't like dramatize it. It just becomes like the copy pasta spiels that we've already heard your uncle ramble about 20 times on Facebook. Also kind of makes Hunter Biden an empathetic character because they're trying to make Joe Biden look like the bad man, and Hunter Biden's just like his sin eater. So you're like, oh, that poor fellow.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's why he does all those drugs and has sex with all those prostitutes. The pain go away. Alright. I'm so fucking sick of you guys. So fucking sick of you.
I think that. Well, let's switch over to.
Damn.
Oh, you got grenaded.
I did. But as long as you land and just fucking
All right,
turn.
we're too lost in the Fredric Jaeger Hunter Biden sauce, although it's a potent and deadly combo.
Truly.
I'm gonna try to lock in. And I'm going to just get the shit shot out of me because I said that.
Yep. That's how it goes. And also, new season of The Boys is really good, speaking of some fun fascist-y stuff.
Speaking of Zionists, Frenchie.
Oh, no.
Oui. Iran has compound V.
Iran. Well, just what we need. We need to get rid of that. No.
We need to double tap the school. We are the villains.
You cannot have those children come out of here. But they'll become tiny terrorists. Alright, we got it.
No, but I have been enjoying The Boys.
Alright.
Although I didn't like how they were just like, oh, Kimiko can talk now, but she gets better.
Yes, yeah, it was rough at first.
Although sometimes her hypersexualized dialogue stuff is pretty cringe.
It's very written by a main character.
I'm like, are we really not that far from Hey Vietnam?
Yeah.
Like it uncomfortably reminds me of Full Metal Jacket in that sense.
It's very clearly they're like, all right, we get it, guys. You want to see them fuck? All right, here they are. They're doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. They're doing it. You get it, all right?
I'm all for a lady expressing her libido. I just
Absolutely.
think it's poorly written.
Yep. It just sounds like it was a man. That's all. Well, I could be wrong. Shit.
Right, these guys are the ones that really mess me up from time to time.
Yeah. Fuck those guys. Oh, nice.
Come on. Okay, cool. Got the stuff back here. Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay. Damn, you got 18 grenades. You just fucking grenade fucking everyone.
Oh, come on.
Dogs, no, you fucking better not, you dumbasses. Kill that man. Hell yeah. Nice.
I think I got a good chunk right there.
I think you did too. Stupid Nazis.
Cool, cool, cool.
Pretty tight, pretty tight. Alright. Chill out, buddy. Chill out.
Scientist right there.
What a fun problem. Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, don't open that door. Don't open that door. Open this one. Kill this guy.
It is nutty. Great idea. Masterful gambit, Henry.
Was it though? No, it wasn't.
You
Maybe.
lured him out.
We got him out.
Beautiful.
Okay, because there's, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now. I think there's some stuff in this room, but also.
Double tap it.
Yeah.
When in doubt, double tap.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Nice.
Okay, nice. Oh, I heard somebody firing off though. I'm scared.
Interesting. The last episode of The Backdrop is about a recent liminal horror trend he goes into the copy-paste aspect of. Interesting. I'm gonna
I'll
put
have to- Is that a YouTube video? I'll check it out.
it's looking like.
I do like also in The Iron Dream, one of the repetitive ways Hitler describes dudes as acting is with like vigor and dash.
Okay.
Vigor and dash. Oh my god, I got shot.
Yeah. Damn. Kill these fuckers.
Let's go for it. I think I got it. I think I got the Dark Souls memory pattern stuff ready. I think I'm ready to escape Samsara. I think I've lived the cycle enough times. Actually, hell yeah. Vigor and dash. Come on, difficult. Oh my god. It's like the game just wants me to not hit. It just wants me to miss. There we go. Maybe I should be running and gunning with the shotgun more.
Let's focus.
See? Sometimes they just don't, nothing spawns down here.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wish that happened more.
Okay, this guy always gets way too many shots off on me for no discernible reason.
You gonna grenade that motherfucker?
That's a good call. That's just funny.
Fuck yeah. You know, yeah. Zinger and Dash sounds like a sex club prank. Greetings, boys, and down to the Gilded King. engage, Joey yelled vigor and dash, and we all ran pantsless out the front door. They stopped this free shooting gun meeting. Haven't seen it in a while. Nah, they do it every once.
They've been doing it, yeah.
It's been around. It's background noise at this point, you know.
See, there he goes. Another instance of why did the bullets I unload in that guy not go into that guy? Somebody died. Still a scientist though. Yep.
Goddamn Nazis. Oh, that's a weird setup.
Is that how I get over? No? That's how I get out. Oh! Oh!
Alright, alright. We're going down to the Nazi side.
Oh! Oh!
Oh! Field surgeon pack. Look at you.
Cool.
Look
Okay.
at your health, boy. Are you already? You're prepared to fight the people.
Anything down here? Nope. Okay. Okay, cool.
We launch a missile.
We've been neglecting this. Nice.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Let's not waste it.
Yeah. Hey.
There's a health pack out there. Yeah,
About to get ganked.
Oh shit! Yeah. Fuck.
My question was that a rocket or was that a grenade?
That was a grenade. It was right in front of my face for a second.
Okay, nice.
Which is cool because I think there's also health in this room. I refuse to open.
Nice.
Shit. There's a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. Out of ammo.
Rocket, yeah, you got 11 rockets. Fucking launch them, baby. Take care of your problems. Yeah. See, we don't need to deal with Nazis. Let the rockets do the talking. I love that preemptive strike. And you still got 7 rockets.
Okay. Okay.
Sick.
Okay. Locate. Okay, cool. We're in good standing. We just need to get to that emergency hatch.
All right, I think we saw it right up ahead, or at least it's heading down that way. Okay.
I think it's the, can I kill this dude?
Apparently that's just bulletproof. Oh, they got him. Nice.
Because I think that way I went before is the emergency hatch, actually.
Yeah, gosh, yeah, so you gotta backtrack to that door.
I just gotta make sure. It seems like there might be a wall of Nazis the game's sending my way.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. Because, you know, it wasn't hard enough to get to this point. Dog. Yeah, that's a good call. Any you fucking Nazis want to come out? Oh, heard someone.
Okay, it's not, maybe it's not here, but I'm in a safe spot for now. Man, I hear a lot of dudes though.
Yeah, get them rockets.
Which ones?
Or just your rocket launcher, you got 10 of them. I think you just got run down the. Oh damn, yeah. Oh dude, they're all fucking. See if you can launch right into.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, buddy.
I just rifle.
Oh damn. Always aiming a little lower than it tells you to.
There's like one more guy, I think.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get. Nope.
Nope.
I should.
Rocket, yeah.
No.
Okay, cool. Do a second one just for.
Fuck.
So we're getting fucking dead.
Oh my god.
Shoot the one next one? Yeah. I think he killed him.
He did the shooty death.
Is this the emergency hatch? Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh. Where?
To the right somewhere? Oh wait, there was a hatch down the other way. I'm confused now. Look down to the right.
Cool.
Take that. Stressful, honestly.
Yeah, that was very stressful at the end there. Buzz bomb assembly 4R4. Is that the end? Or is there one more level? I forget if this is the second part or the third part. Well, there's one way to see. We keep pressing forward.
Literally pressing forward and also just pressing forward.
Okay, the Vengeance production, page 1. The Waffen-SS are the toughest soldiers in the German war machine, and you're about to go up against the best of them. Now, if you've made it to the main production of the Nordhausen, it's time to put theories about the V2 to the test. As you know, we think the rockets are controlled by a navigational gyroscope that's programmed with the target's coordinates before launch. Procure a copy of the schematics, analyze them. They should prove us right or wrong about the gyro control. If our assumptions are correct, you'll need to calculate the new course and then recalibrate the gyro accordingly. It's time to tap back into all that aeronautical engineering of yours, Lieutenant. Your objective, bring the rocket down on top of the facility. Okay, so we're sick. Again, his French is atrocious, but our friend Dr. Gronick seems to indicate they've developed an experimental warhead for the rocket that yields almost 3 times the damage at the same payload weight. If this is true, most everything in the facility will be destroyed by the impact. So in addition to the actual V2 schematics, be sure to locate a copy of the Nordhausen scientist roster. The boys back at OSRD will be very curious to see it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. This might go smooth and we beat it. This might, end horribly and we carry this onward next stream. Let's see.
Will it be a Sisyphean feat? We'll find out. Oh yeah, this place is gonna get confusing.
Yeah. You guys know my preference for the outdoor maps, although... That's what I thought.
Just as I suspected.
Just as I suspected.
Shoot, go boo.
It's one of my favorite moments in Book of the New Sun is the character for Severian. He's a dumb cop boy. He's an idiot.
Okay.
Intentionally so. It's very funny to great effect throughout the
Well
series.
done.
But like he becomes basically the principal of a school at the end. And it's like a sci-fi universe. And he's just in the dean's office or whatever, like the headmaster's office. He's Dumbledore now. He's stupid Dumbledore of the stupid Catholic school at the end of the series. Minor spoilers, but not really. Because like the second chapter of that book, he tells you how his life's gonna end, and then you're just watching him get to that point. But he just picks up a gun. He just finds a gun in the dean's office on his first day there, and like it's just filed away in a cabinet, like not really labeled or anything. And he just pulls the trigger on it. It's just like a laser gun. He just like shoots a hole in his fireplace. And he's just like, huh? And he just kind of puts it back.
That's pretty great. Like, wow.
If I remember right, there's also like a talking fetus in a jar in that office. He has no idea what that's about, but it like talks him into doing something stupid, if I remember right. Because it recognizes he's like a mark. It's like, oh, it's your first day on the job.
I got you, perfect. Yeah, do this. Do this, this, and this. You fucking idiot.
I think Severian's actually a good fantasy example of what we've been talking about with like the frontier brain, like I need an enemy, like
My plight against the enemy.
my neighbors are going to murder me, so I better murder them first.
me.
God, I think every one of them said that, huh? Like every episode, my neighbors are going to kill me.
It's like, no, dude, people really underestimate, like, at least for me, I don't want violence because pain is painful. So, try to avoid it at all costs. And, like, usually conversations will typically end not with pain.
I've never gotten stabbed.
Yeah, like,
Damn.
you can be chill. You just, like, actually gotta be chill. It's what the people want. What a cool bro. But yeah, it's weird how just
So much
everyone's, like,
pop
murdered.
culture is conditioned towards us not being chill, though, because of the dog-eat-dog zero-sum, like, fatalism of it,
Right, the conflict, like, you gotta have the conflict. It's like, yeah, dude, let's conflict resolution. You're just, like, stuck on a conflict. Fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Let's go again. Line up, turkeys.
You jive turkeys. Oh man, yes. Reality TV. What if everyone was never chill?
Yeah. See, when when your
commit-
biggest, because this goes back to the boomers too, when your biggest mediator of like how to narrativize your life is TVs and movies of a narrow band, you do think you need an antagonist. You do think there's some sort of existential, like, I must, there's a calling, there's something out there that's calling to me and it's worth murdering for. Like, you start looking for that excuse,
Yeah.
like, it gets back to, like, I remember when Kyle Rittenhouse was a big item in the news, the phrase, I remember Hassan, if you were talking about, is just like, Republicans want their legal kill. Mm-hmm. They want to be in that situation where they are legally justified in, like, pulling their gun out and being Batman.
It's all they ever want. Like, it's very much like, I want the opposite.
And I think,
want to have a gun.
And I think, like, even liberals in the undergirding, like, capitalism element of, like, protecting private property and stuff, like, fall into that as well.
Right.
Like, again, like, except with, like, liberalism, it is supplemented more as, like, a state level or social level punishment. Like, I'm thinking about, like, oh, you didn't vote for Kamala? Well, you deserve genocide. That kind of thing.
Yeah. It still has that, like, mentality and verbiage of, like, I don't think you're, like, winning over people.
Just because you try to excuse it as, like, a macro social thing instead of a personal thing doesn't mean it's, like, better.
Yeah.
You're still stuck in the undergirding capitalism of it all.
Mm-hmm. Which is
the language of the imperial. I was watching Network the other day, and the whole part where the dude's like, there are no nations anymore, Mr. Beale. I just like, there's no movie theaters anymore, Mr. Beale. There's Netflix, there's HBO Max, there's Paramount Plus,
there's Peacock.
There's Peacock, and there's Disney.
Eat your slop.
Do you think the French do anything different than us, Mr. Beale? When they want to watch the 400 Blows, they get on Criterion Channel just like us, and they stream it.
They log in.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's really good.
We're all getting on Instagram and making our posts.
Bro, they couldn't make Network nowadays because it was already filmed and they already did it.
Yeah, you can't make Network nowadays. You take the screenplay to a studio and you're like, hey, this is Network.
Yeah, this is Network.
1976, Patty Chayefsky, a critically acclaimed, wonderful piece of satire.
God. There's so many people who are always old people just talking about this. You couldn't do that now. I'm like, yes, you can.
I love, like, okay, so Blazing Saddles, like, everybody goes to that one, but I love, like, it's not necessarily, Network's not, like, one where people are like, you can't make it today, but, like, a lot of dudes, like, Alex Jones definitely watched Network and thinks he's, like, Howard Beale, the mad as hell guy, not realizing, the whole, like, part of the whole point of that movie is how, like, he's hollowed out into a raving madman just for, like, views.
Yeah, exactly. Like
It's like, no, he's a truth teller. It's like, no, the point is he's going insane and everybody's just kind of televising his breakdown.
yeah, and everyone's okay with it. Like he's just.
Gee, Alex, it seems like you're just televising your breakdown too, huh?
Life really imitates art, huh?
Somebody blow themselves up. That's what it sounded like.
It did sound.
I love that they can do that.
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
It's kind of like an apology for some of the shoddy aiming and hitbox stuff. It's like
Right.
sometimes they're just dumb and they blow themselves up because they don't know how to use their arms.
Right, and that's suspension of suspension of disbelief. You're like, yeah, I mean, they're dumb Nazis. Absolutely, they're going to do something stupid like that to themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna go way back actually, because I never went in that one vent room, and there's a big old health pick up there. If I remember how to get back that way.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I came through here. Through here.
Can't express how excited I am to see what Tim Heidecker will do with InfoWars.
Yep.
Same. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited.
He crashed like an InfoWars thing. 3-2 posted in the Discord. Or did I go through here? Or did someone bust out of here?
Nice.
He crashed a thing and Alex Jones didn't even recognize it as Tim Heidecker, but like Tim Heidecker was doing an Alex Jones impression to
Fuck,
spike an
that's
InfoWars like interview on the street.
That is so funny.
All right, ammo check.
I'm so glad that there are Tim Heideckers in the world. You know, like.
I'm also not afraid to say it. I like the Tim and Eric movie. The Tim and Eric show, I only like in super small bits.
Yeah, same. I
did like the comedian when he made it way back in like the mid-tens. The comedy, I think it was called.
I never saw that one. I wanted to though. I heard
it was pretty good. I do like the Tim and Eric movie. I think that is kind of a condensation of the absurdity of the general aesthetic of his jokes, but like I think the cinematic framing kind of puts it in a lens I like a bit more than the show.
Yeah, I was never a really big fan of the show.
I do like his stand-up though, just like because he did the whole stand-up thing where he pretended to be a right-wing guy.
Yeah.
That's iconic. Him in the black vest, the black leather vest.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted a Coke? Like.
God, what a wonderful, crazy human being. The ad for the comedian was so good. Yeah, it was. That's ultimately what I remember.
I don't think I remember the ads for it, because I remember that being one I didn't hear about like on release, and I later caught it digitally, and I was like, that was really good.
I remembered a bit of lead up to it, and I was like, who's it? Nobody puts on.
I kind of remember the trailer. Is it where they're all like singing in a circle, smoking?
Yeah, I think that's
cut with like slow-mo shots of just other parts of the movie. I really like the ending scene. That still sticks with me, and I think it's a really cool. I remember I was like, this movie isn't like high cinema, but like that ending scene is like, Tim Heidecker knows what he's doing. Like he knows how to end a movie, and like in some way that feels like narratively satisfying, or like you get the idea.
I think that's the thing too, is like, because I mean, the absurdity of like improv comedy, like you do have to have like there has to be a punchline,
right?
Bit, like you have to have a way out. So I think that people.
What's that one? That one was an improv one, right?
What's that?
The comedy? Did they improv it?
Oh, that I don't know.
Because I was gonna say, if they did improv it, like I imagine, like I mean, we'll get into this conversation some other time, but all movies are improv to an extent, no matter how written they are.
Yeah, true.
Actors just will go off script, and sometimes like there's things on set that demand like a rewrite or just a reapproach. Anyways, though, I think the comedy for like, because like I think an improv film, when it's a comedy itself, gets too into like the actors riffing and joking in ways where it's like, okay, this is a fun joke, but like it's not within performance, not within like character psychology, etc.
Yeah.
If the comedy was improv, it's approaching it as like, this life is not glamorous and it kind of sucks, and so instead of like cheekily being like, hee hee, look how clever I'm being, it's just actually playing into that.
Yeah.
Like, look how disorganized and aloof I am in a non-romantic way. Find scientist roster, require V2 schematics. Where would those schematics be? Oh yeah, those look like schematics, all right.
Yeah, they do.
On the big old table. Oh shit, who's hitting me? Where are you? Oh, you're up top. Health packs. I need health packs.
Oh hell yeah, Jari. Alex Jones believes Tim trafficked child clowns, a scene from the show.
Amazing.
The new levels of stupidity are going to be incredible. I'm also curious how many people are not going to know it's a joke. Like the switchover of those people is like, I'm genuinely
Some of the older
curious.
folks.
Yeah, because they don't fucking know anything else. You know, they say it on InfoWars and like that was it. Maybe they have like Facebook groups, but like they're not going to like other websites.
That reminds me, going back to Neighbors, the old lady with like the Shroud of Turin in 3D VHS. I'd said earlier like we should have seen QAnon coming, and yeah, like I remember going over to a classmate's house in high school for like a physics project. And his dad was very into like Planet X and Nibiru and Chariot of the Gods. And like,
Fuck yeah.
I remember it because like, I remember like his dad, you know, stopping and chatting with us about that, and then us getting back to work on the physics project. And then his folks watching The Apprentice, just like, and I'm just thinking about that now. I'm like, oh yeah,
Damn. That was like
I think about,
that was
like,
2026
Jacob,
lining up in your view.
do you
for a
remember
moment.
how big the Da Vinci Code was with people? And like, I mean, the History
I read
Channel.
the Da Vinci Code.
I read the Da Vinci
Like,
Code.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't read shit.
Yeah. I read Angels and Demons after the Da Vinci Code. Like,
And both times I'm like,
but like Dan Brown like knows how to write that prose that goes down smoothly. You're like, oh, I just read 600 pages. Wow.
dude, absolutely. He was really good at keeping me on the page.
Or just like Nostradamus documentaries. But like the superstition's been there, is what I'm saying. Always has been, or you know, not always. That's a bit like fatalist or like makes it sound like essentialist. But like Americans, especially before the internet, like how many of them just sat in their homes and ingested CSI? And the only time they go outside is to yell at kids who are on their lawn.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because that's the thing with
Hold on.
Neighbors is like you see the brain rot, and it's not just people in their 20s and 30s and 40s.
Dude, it's
it's
every
every
age.
age, yeah.
Like it doesn't
A
take a lot to function in
decades-long
society.
project.
Right, and we're just like, we've been just like lowering education worse and worse over the decades.
Yes.
So it's just like, this is only going to compound. Which another thing too is like, what is so scary? Like, it's
Oh
an
man,
interesting
the
magnifying
Left Behind
glass.
books, yes.
Oh my god, yeah.
I remember getting a Left Behind the Kids book in elementary school from a friend who was also really into Animorphs.
Fuck, that's funny.
And I was just like, this is kind of different, and I didn't know like in a grand like sense why it wasn't jiving with me, but now I'm like, oh, the aesthetic quality of it was probably not that great.
Yeah, they always do a poor job. That's the problem with like a lot of those like Christian things. Like the barrier to entry is really low, and people just buy things because they have like a Jesus written about on it.
Oh shit.
Also, like Animorphs was transing the kids.
Animorphs is great, yeah.
And
Animorphs is wonderful.
No, dude.
Applegate's still out there doing great shit.
She's like anti-cops, right? Or she's had some good protests.
She has.
Some good
I know
stances.
one of her children is trans, and she's been supportive of that. She's not J.K. Rowling. She's not a TERF.
Yeah, we can.
She's
still
been
hold
great for the
Animorphs.
queer community, I believe. I mean, also just Animorphs as far as the topics they're tackling. Like it tackles war and the maturity angles that young adult fiction is supposed to tackle in a great way. Like Animorphs is better at Harry Potter than Harry Potter at like addressing like what it means for kids to have to fight in a war.
Yeah, like actual. Like,
Harry
war
Potter's just
bad.
like, and then we all became cops. The end. System didn't need any reform. We just killed the one bad guy,
Hell yeah.
and things went back to brunch.
See, I like this rebooting the Animorph show. I'm down with that.
Disney is doing that.
I'm like, I'm about that. I don't care for the Harry Potter
I
thing.
believe Ryan Coogler's like a producer on the Animorphs reboot show.
Yes, that's what I remember hearing.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm curious. I feel like how's this gonna get marred by corporatism just because it's a Disney streaming series? But I mean,
But far more compelling than any of the Harry Potter.
yes.
By far. Leaps and bounds.
Animorphs had a bad Nickelodeon show that had no budget, and I didn't think it to complete itself. So I mean, it's worth going back to in that sense, just to like give it a proper adaptation. Potter, I mean, of course, fuck Harry Potter, but
Potter.
already has like a beloved film franchise and like set of iconography. Besides like WB needing more money, there's no need to go back to that well.
Yeah.
Especially because like J.K. Rowling herself doesn't have the brain to go back to that well. Like, remember when she used to drop lore on Twitter? And it was always the stupidest shit. Like, oh yeah, wizards would just like shit themselves through magic in a way. It's like, why would anyone need to know about this, Joanne?
What does this add?
Like, should have known the mole was doing his magic then.
Yeah, truly. Generally, what a weird thing to do.
Yeah, 3-2, Nick Fury recruits Harry Potter to the Avengers. Yeah, so the reason they're actually doing this is so they can have a Kingdom Hearts show where they have Harry Potter and the Avengers and Spider-Man and like all the live-action versions of the Disney
action
animated
figures
classics.
finally-
Yeah, this is the grand plan.
Dude, hell yeah.
If I'm not having suicidal thoughts, if I appear dead, it is because Walt has gotten to me.
The frozen head of Mr. Walter Disney.
The frozen head of Mr. Disney is mad now because I've divined the Disney plan. They're making live-action Kingdom Hearts 2031.
Dog, don't say that people lose their goddamn minds. Heard it here first on Technopoverty, people. They're making it. They're making it. They're making it.
I'm gonna be so mad.
You need to clip that, or just to say that there's the Kingdom Hearts live action, and see where that goes. Damn, there were two of them?
My favorite Spice Girl song is When Two Become None.
Whoa, I got him. Also deep cut, I like it. Only real ones know.
Yeah. Certified you had to be there, Unc moment. Oh, you like the Spice Girls?
You like those? I actually like the Spice Girls,
When was the
bro.
last time you saw Spice World, bro? I was in the theater.
I can tell you one of my like hardest moments in my life recently was like being at the grocery store and hearing the Macarena and refusing to do the Macarena. Like,
They're all like, I'm not a 30-something-year-old in the grocery store.
yeah, everything that I've been like programmed to do in my life is do the Macarena, and I was just like, don't do it, don't give in, just get the bacon from the aisle. But we made it. Friends, I just want to dance the Macarena. It was a simpler time. Everyone knew the dance. Grandma knows the dance. Grandpa knows the dance.
You know, the Macarena, the Spice Girls, these are all facets of that 90s new internationalism. History was over.
Remember when Nelson Mandela was in the Spice Girls?
There's a lot of, remember there were a lot of Gregorian chants and everything. Remember?
Gregorian chants over like club music.
Yeah.
Also, that like the Native.
We had world music, you know?
Yeah, Native American pan flute.
I was gonna say a lot of like pan flute stuff, a lot of, Like, it was like an aestheticizing moment of like a new American citizen, like.
It was like all the like turquoise women in Arizona
Yes,
broke out.
yes,
you know?
yes.
They finally found their way in. They're like, yes. The new
Not
age
a
world.
racial reconciliation, just like a racial like co-optation.
Yes, like
Dances with Wolves was huge. That's the big difference between Dances and Wolves with Avatar, in all honesty. Dances with Wolves, like at the end of it, the white guy's like, well, I witnessed history and it sucked, but like, what can you do, man? Where at least like,
yeah.
and it sucked, but like he bore witness. He feels your pain. It's that Bill Clinton neoliberal like, I feel your pain. Like the government can't do anything, anything for you, but it can
Yeah.
feel your pain and empathize with you and feel sorry.
Yeah, even though it has all the money and all
We're
the power.
sorry,
We're
yeah.
sorry.
But like, you know, Avatar, Jake Sully, he's like, I'm gonna stop being a human. Like, he doesn't go back at the end of it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that, dude.
The subtle but crucial difference between Dance with Wolves and Avatar.
Avatar. Excited for the next one.
Remember when we were in the third one and the blue lady kissed the guy and one of the dudes in the audience just like, what the fuck?
Yes. Just
And I had to hold back every fiber of my being from standing up and be like, sir, we're like 2 hours into the third installment of the well-known blue cat people in fucking Space Heaven, like, franchise.
Yeah.
Like, did you miss the first movie where they fucked with their tails? Or like,
they literally have kids.
yeah, they have kids. And like this wasn't like a matinee like Tuesday afternoon showing with John Q. Public. This was like an IMAX showing on opening night at like the biggest like state history museum screening in Austin. A film friendly community. Like
I forgot about that, dude.
the amount of like acid heads who play D&D in this town, and that guy somehow ends up in that movie theater. Like,
Oh yeah.
life fucking rocks, dude. Like,
It's
the
pretty
movies are awesome. Like, it takes all kinds.
Dude, it does. Because I'm also just thinking, like, technically it doesn't say that it's a sequel, so he could just be some guy like,
Right.
yeah, man, my first movie.
He's just never been to an Avatar movie before, baby. He's like, wow, what's this enchanting world?
Wow.
Oh, they kiss? What the fuck?
Who is this man, James Cameron? I haven't heard of him. I sure hope he doesn't have these blue cat people kissing men. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Fuck, that was so funny. That's the difference between Avatar and Dances with Wolves. They didn't tail hump their mounts.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. We may have to do more testing, but I think you've got a great hypothesis working. I do like that they're nice and that they turn away from you when they're going to do that shooting, so you won't like continue to get
Right.
screwed.
You can walk into it if you're bad, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think deliberate choice. That's pretty shit. They should steal their shit.
What am I doing? Getting access to the guidance lab.
Yeah, sure. Dog, don't you fucking care. There it is, the gyroscope.
Oh, that was like five
just
objectives.
knocked out five of them.
Yeah, damn.
But I like that too, because I completely forgot that was the whole reason we're here, is to do like the gyroscope thing. Didn't see that like an actual gyroscope.
Like,
Like,
right,
see?
right. Ah.
That's right.
Cool, cool. Oh shit.
Whoa. Guy rockets. Yeah. Nice. Just shake that ass, bitch. Nice. What is up, Captain Quasar?
What up, Captain Quasar?
How you doing, Captain?
Oh my.
What's happening, Captain? We're shooting Nazis.
Nice.
Jari, has anyone seen Mask? Like the Jim Carrey The Mask, or? Ooh, nice. What mask we talking? Or Mirror Mask? Oh, shit. Oh, Chatter.
Mask for mask, not tonight.
That's what I actually get something I'm like, man. Like all these masks? Pew, pew, pew. And now I wait.
I was
That's,
like,
you know,
yeah,
honestly,
you can fish them out with the grenades, so
I
they run
love
into
that.
your field of view.
Oh, dang. Well, hopefully Mask is doing well. I know they're probably caught up with some things, but we'll send some love out to them just in case. So
Shit. All right, gang. I'm calling it for tonight.
I got ganked.
I may just try to wrap this tomorrow. I don't know what we have planned for tomorrow. I don't know Lux's availability. Honestly, I don't know my availability, so it may not happen right at 3, but I do want to get some gaming in. I've been feeling, because the stream's my only way to play games, I've been falling behind on some like the contemporary stuff I want to play. So coming into May, June, as the summer starts, we might be doing a bit of a format change just so that we can start playing maybe a few more things in rotation. Or I might just turn Tuesday or Friday into a personal day. I don't know yet, but stick around and just keep an ear out on the socials, and I'll let you know next time I'm streaming. We will definitely be back Thursday at 7:30 p.m. CST. The Monday, Thursday spot, that's evergreen for sure. It's the
easiest one we
Tuesday
know.
stuff that I might flex around. I had some fun doing it on Wednesday. Again, it's just because, like, I mean, damn, dude, I want to play Resident Evil 9. I want to play Pragmata. There's a lot of stuff coming out where I'm like, oh,
There's so
yeah.
many good things right
My
now.
only gaming time right now, because I'm so like busy with like the volatile editing schedule and stuff, has been Technopoverty. And while I've been having a lot of fun with this, again, there's just like modern stuff I want to hit at as well. And also, we're gonna break formula soon. I have some ideas as to how to get a bunch of reading done this summer, but we'll save that for another night. Until then, y'all take care. As always, I'm gonna see who we're gonna rate into. Give Fight Opera a gander. Give Wizworld Live a gander.
Yeah.
Give the Pixel Goblins a gander. It's a whole network of friends we have here on Twitch. We'll see you soon. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube. And again, this Sunday, Silence de la Mer. Yeah. Take care, Techno Hotties.
Good night. We love you, Techno Hotties and Thotties.
Oh, yeah, Ja, I'm also not going to be working on May 1st. I think I'm going to be, yeah. I have some friends I'm doing some play stuff with. I don't want to say too much now. I don't think we can start advertising that yet. But yeah, definitely just this Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever little gesture you can do, folks.
Dude, fuck the system.
Yeah, like they're fucking like suspecting people of shit just for going to No Kings rallies. So if you're one of those people that are like, No Kings rallies aren't radical enough, I don't know, man. The centristy lib dudes are the ones going crazy right now and actually trying to do things on Trump. I think the analysis of where the American public is at by the online sphere is a little off.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon, folks.